We're trying to start a season. Are we going to have enough players before we get there? We are here. We are here. What's up? It's your boy, the coach. Welcome back to the Coaches Huddle with the Field Beats family. And this show is brought to you by PrizePicks. I gotta love the chat. Khalil Young off the third turnbuckle. Coach, I hope you changed that sweatshirt. By the way, I have multiple ones, man. Okay? All right, get off my sack, bro. Let me breathe a little bit. I'm back. This is my favorite show of the platform. It's the call-in show, dog. This is a chance where you and I get to sit down and talk about what's been going on. And it's been a while since we've had our last call-in show. And so much has happened. We can go through the topics about the injuries at large, Deebo Samuel being back, Ricky Pearsall, Kyle Shanahan's accidents, the fights on the first day of padded practice. I mean, we really can do it all. But really, what leads this entire conversation is Ricky Pearsall. Right when Deebo Samuel is back with the 49ers, even though we'll cover that today, the Ricky Pearsall news is really dominating 49ers headlines right now. And really, it really breaks down to what was going on with Ricky Pearsall when he first got here. You know, came in multiple years ago, multiple injuries. We already saw what happened. We already know what happened to him off the field with him getting shot. And now we've got the third day of practice, and he's coming in, and he's got swelling. So here's the setup, right? John Lynch confirmed it this morning. It's a season-ending IR and PCL surgery on the right knee. Right now, it's looking like it's going to be a 6 to 12-month recovery. He'll be back for the season of 2027. But, I mean, here's what makes it a question. Matt Mayoko, he says that they deliberately skipped the surgery in February and March because doing it then would have cost him 2026 anyway. So they really rolled the dice to try to get Ricky going for this season. They really didn't want him to miss time at all. They bet on rest and healing it throughout the offseason. And really, it's just a calculated attempt to hope that the thing would heal on its own. It took 2 practices to find out that they lost, right? So the plan did not work. Really, defensible in February. It's indefensible in hindsight. You know, both can be true. If the rest works, then you get a starter for free, right? If the plan works. But if it doesn't, you've burned 5 months. And, you still have to get the surgery anyway. And that's exactly where we are with Ricky Pearsall. So I don't think that it actually costs us games, though. I tweeted that you can't miss what you've never had. And Ricky Pearsall hasn't been in the offense at a consistent clip enough for me to truly miss what he was giving us. It's not the games, but I do believe that it hurts the roster. So, you operate in February and in March that you need a receiver, right? With $71 million in cap space and the whole market open. Instead, you find out in July 29th and sign whoever is left on July 30th. And I know that we picked up Deebo Samuel, but would we have been as aggressive or would we have gotten other receivers had we known that Ricky Pearsall was under surgery for the year? I don't know. Maybe there's a world where the Niners purposely hid this because it would have hurt them, not helped them in draft prospects with trying to go get Deshaun Stribling and then also ultimately acquiring Mike Evans as well. So there's a lot of different ways that you could look at this, good and bad. I don't want to point a finger because I don't know enough information to speak on this as if I know who's right or wrong. There may not be a right or wrong in this. This just may be a circumstance as well. But for what it's worth, we got no Ricky Persall this year for the entire year. So we understand what the injury is. The PCL is a plant leg. It's a plant leg ligament, and it's not running that loads it. It's the stop and sink, right? The driving out of the brakes, all of the stuff that is pretty germane to exactly what Ricky Persall does. So that's why he passed every eye test in the offseason, quite frankly, because he was running in a straight line, right? I think what really got him is when he had to get out there and play real football and run real routes. And I believe that's when the knee responded. So, the Ricky Persall side of it is it's complicated. It's frustrating. I would love to know what the fans feel about it. Did I pin the link in the chat? I think, yeah, I pinned the link in the chat. Yeah, the link is pinned in the chat for the call in too, if you guys want to call in. But the Ricky Persall saga and the situation, I mean, it's unfortunate. There's just no way around it. You look just at everything that the kid has been through, and it's not even close to how Ricky Persall came into the league, came into our offense. We already understood that he was a bit older, somebody who was definitely going to need to be able to pop for us right away. That's something that I think kind of gets lost in the middle of all of this. Also, you look at a lot of things that happened with him in 2024 when we drafted him. He was shot before he took his first snap in 2024. 2025, he had the PCL tear in week 4. That cost him 6 games. Also, then we come up to 2025 and then he re-aggravates the PCL again. And then in week 16, he's out and then he misses the playoff stretch. And there was a lot of news going back and forth on the playoff stretch where some people felt like Ricky could play. So that's a huge element of this. Also, then we get into 2025. Coming up, and then 2026, and he's playing with the brace. 2025 is on the pup list, and then now we have the swelling again. So, rest up. Again, I don't like talking about players that are not here. He's got a lot of time to get acclimated with getting his knee together, and we'll worry about Ricky Persall when he's here. That's the best I got for him. So, moving into the next topic that I want to get into for the call-in show is that Deebo Samuel is back. And flat out, are you in or out? I want to know. I want to know exactly how you feel about Deebo Samuel being back. This is huge, in my opinion. Deebo coming back because it's all the good things and all of the bad things. If you're a huge 49ers faithful, this is Christmas in July, in August, literally. And if you love to absolutely scrutinize every move that the Niners do, this has got to be perfect fodder for you to be able to pick apart. So what are we talking about with Deebo Samuel? The biggest thing is trying to figure out if he is viable, right? That's number one. What type of Deebo are we getting? Is he in shape? He looks in shape. Definitely looks in shape. Is he going to be there for the duration? What's going to be his role? Out of 16 games played in Washington in 2025, Deebo had 727 yards on 5 touchdowns, averaging about 45.6 yards per game. Pedestrian, not necessarily his best work, but not nothing. Definitely averaged more targets in his career than he ever had in San Francisco. So what is his role going to be? How is Deebo going to fit himself into the new wide receiver room, right? Being gone for just 1 year may seem short, but that's a lifetime in football years. Are you in on it? Are you out on it? I want to know exactly how you feel about the Debo Samuel acquisition, where he stands, and does this actually make us dangerous? Is it a is it a wrinkle, or is Debo Samuel's an actual weapon? We got to get to the money. 1 year, up to $7 million. We know that it's a reunion, all right. But does anybody else want it? So, one thing that that Tom Kawakami wrote, and I love this line, is he wrote the perfect line. The 49ers rushed to sign Debo Samuel this week to replace a continuously injured Ricky Pearsall, who was drafted in 2024, in part to replace Debo Samuel. I thought just the irony of that um, was beautiful coming from Kawakami. Also, one thing that we've heard that Coach Forrester said right away is the good thing is with Samuel, he kind of fits. He kind of fits a lot of places. So that's one thing that I'm looking for Debo to really help the offense out is the versatility. Debo Samuel in the slot, Debo Samuel helping out at X, Debo Samuel helping out at Z, Y, H, possibly running the ball a couple of times, returning punts, returning kicks. We need instant offense. We need somebody to give us a pop right away. We need physicality on the edges. We need somebody to block on a now route, bluff block on a slip screen, get a backside slant, right? To take the hard catches inside of the numbers where the 49ers usually love to live with their offense, which is in between the numbers, right? We've got to have physical guys that are going to be able to go in there, take the yards, take the hits, get the yak, all right? And then let younger guys get their footing up under them, like a Deshaun Stribling and a Jordan Watkins. Now that Ricky Pearsall is gone, I'm looking at the wide receiver core to have enough veteran leadership to buffer these young guys who are going to have to really sink or swim, honestly. Deshaun Stribling has a lot of versatility, period. But there are some things that I just think that you need to keep him away from that Debo Samuel should be able to take over right away, which are the short to intermediate routes, right? We're talking anything from the outs, the ins, the slants, the comebacks, anything from 8 yards to the line of scrimmage. 8 yards and up, those long over routes, those posts, those corners, all of that, let Deshaun Stribling run all day. So I'm looking for Debo Samuel to come in here and really find a role for himself. The biggest thing right now is that he's just not the same Debo. In 2021, he had 18.2 yards per catch, the best in his entire career. Last year, 10.1. Still a first down, but still a vast difference from what we know his peak is. He's coming into us after being unsigned for approximately 150 days. Now, one thing that I like about this is that you judge him by the install. You judge him by the install calendar and not the stat line. All right. Every street free agent needs weeks to learn the system and build around timing, get with the QB, understand his role, get in with the coaching staff. We don't have any of that. He's been here for 6 years. He's usable in days, literally right away. That's what we need to take advantage of with this a lot. Debo Samuel is essentially not only somebody who can help us, but he is a plug-and-play player, right? So I love that about the acquisition. The value curve runs it backwards as well. You look at the most valuable in Melbourne, least valuable in December. I love being able to see exactly what Debo Samuel can give us in the front end of the season immediately while we're still trying to find our footing, right? Now, if Debo trails off near the end of the season, I'm looking for some of the young guys to have taken over those roles already, to get their feet up under them. So Debo Samuel softening the blow of such a hard and aggressive way to start the season, which is on the road on a 16-hour road trip to Melbourne, Australia, where we're going to be there about a week or so before game day. You need veteran guys who are going to be able to come in, know the offense. When we get crowd noise down there, we get stuck in the red zone. We're on third and short, second and short, and Kyle is going to tried and true plays that he knows guys know how to run. You're going to want a Debo Samuel on the field, right? I love Deshaun Stribling and I love Jordan Watkins, but they just haven't built that social currency yet. And they're going to get it. I'm sure I'm going to trust them down the line. I just think it's a little unfair for them to have it now on week 1 against the Rams in Australia. So having somebody like Debo Samuel in that ilk is really going to be huge for us. Also, he's not replacing Pearsall's job. That's something else. Ricky Persall was an underneath separator on option routes, off leverage. I think that Debo Samuel manufactured a lot of touches here, which, when you need a guy to give you instant offense, instant help, instant impact, that's something that you need from a receiver or anybody who's coming into an offense right now where the versatility plays way before your role does, right? Because we got to figure out where to put him. So being able to look at how Debo Samuel comes into the team and automatically penciling him in Ricky Persall's job, I just think that that's just a little too reductive. I really do believe that there's a world where Ricky Persall's job gets outsourced by multiple people, right? There's some of Ricky Persall's job that Jordan Watkins can do. There's some of Ricky Persall's job that we can get Dejon Stribling in on. There's some of Ricky Persall's job that maybe Jacob Cowing or Debo Samuel can handle, right? Ricky Persall, I'd like to think, was acquired with a specific role in mind. And trying to find one player to mimic that role, I think can hurt us in the long run. So being able to have Debo Samuel just to chip away at another chevron, if you will, in that skill set of Ricky Persall is something that I think is huge for the Niners. And then also is the trait that still travels. He's an elite perimeter blocker when you need him to be. Debo Samuel is well over 200 pounds, especially once the season gets going. I know people. I actually read this in the comments. Somebody came to me and was like, "Yo, coach, you setting Debo up for failure because you're saying that he needs to be a blocker, and you know he's not a good blocker." He is. He can. Yo, Debo can block. I'm tired of people faking like the man can't block. Debo is a phenomenal blocker, especially with his size. It's an effort issue. It really is. It's an effort issue. And when I look at the effort, that's what disgusts you. That's where you get frustrated with what Debo Samuel is bringing you because because you know that there's more there. So Debo Samuel coming in, being a good blocker, another guy who can give us another physical element, not only with the ball in his hands, but without the ball in his hands. I used to say this when Debo was here. I would say Debo is Debo until he don't have the ball. When he doesn't have the ball, he ain't Debo no more. That's not a luxury now. That's not his role anymore. I hope it's not. And I'm excited to see what Samuel can do when he's literally picking up all of the crumbs off the table. All right, he's not leaving nothing there because he got most of what he needed to do. So that's huge, So look, the outside zone, the crack blocking, the run game, the runs that break big, blocking doesn't age. It doesn't. That's why I'm not really worried about all of this ageism stuff out here talking about the team, about we're old, the offense is old. Man, we need to get more physical. We need to be more explosive. We need to run. All right. And I understand that, yeah, everybody ain't up. We don't have the youngest team. And I get all of that. We got young guys that can run, and we need that, but we do need physicality in a big way. So, to be honest, I believe that just Debo Samuel's physicality alone, he's active on Sunday, in September. I got him being active. Now, also, last but not least, this is the last topic of the call-in show. We got to talk about the pads, man. We got to talk about the injuries. The pads came on and it got chippy. Is this a good or bad thing? Jordan James is out already with fractured ribs from Fred Warner punching him. Like, I love the way they get really athletic when they want to explain stupid injuries. Oh, yeah, well, he was reversing out of a pile and he reversed right into. No, he got punched in the ribs by his own teammate like a dummy. All right, so look, Friday was the first day of pads, and it went off. We got Dre Greenlaw shoving CMC to the ground, CMC getting back up, throwing the ball at him. Then you get Fred Warner throwing punches at Jake Tunges. Really, dog? Jake Tunges, dog? Really, Fred? That's how you feeling, bruh? You wanna throw a punch at Jake Tunges? You feeling like a tough guy, Fred? Come on, man. Bro, you got him throwing punches, all right? Then the thing that was crazy about it is that it was on a dead play. The flag was already thrown, all right? Then you get Colton McKivitz catching a stray. Colton McKivitz ran and got thrown to the ground by Dre Greenlaw, all right? And then, it was just a big melee. They got everybody on camera, yada, yada, yada. It is what it is. And then afterwards, Coach Forrester comes out and says that, look, he counted 3 separate skirmishes. And he says, I did a good job on that one because he did tell them that he wanted these guys to take care of each other. Look, I understand that there's a lot of people that are going to come out and have the old adage, hey, if you're not fighting, you're not trying. I think if you're not cheating, you're not trying. I think I've heard Larry say that a couple of times. So do you want us on that tilt, on that edge of competition, or does this concern you? Right? Because right now, I did a little bit of checking. The Seahawks, they got some injuries. Zach Charbonnet, they got Eric Emenwari. He's coming off a pup. They got a couple of injuries on their D-line. They're working on some things. But the Rams are fine. All right? The Rams are A-OK. They have damn near no injuries. All right? Everybody's raving about C.J. Daniels, their receiver from Miami who's kicking ass, okay? Nobody's hurt. They got all 5 offensive linemen back, all right? So, look, the team that, you look, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the Seahawks. Sorry. I'm thrown off. But both teams, what I'm saying is that the teams in our division are healthy, and we're adding up injuries. And I really do feel as though it takes too long. It takes too long for us to start realizing that we're always going to be in catch up. We're in catch up mode by now with the injuries. So I understand the physicality. I get it. But do we need to start seeing guys on pitch count? Do we need to start seeing guys get to the get to the first week of the season? And just talk to me, man. When you start hearing about the fights and the team being physical on each other, but for some reason that doesn't get replicated in the season, does that concern you? So we got some guys right here. I'm going to throw up Eric. I want you guys to get into the topics, answer as much as you can, and we'll keep it moving that way. So, hey, what's going on, Eric? How you doing,
Hey,
bro?
what's up, Coach? I tried dialing in maybe like a month or two ago, and I was like, I was backstage, and every time someone came in, I got kicked out. But man, I'm so glad we've had a chance to connect. I've been listening to you for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's even cool to hear how you started calling in with Grant, who I've met Grant before. I met him at the 49ers Stadium.
Uh-huh.
Awesome guy. And that's something that people don't understand about Grant. They think, oh, he's just negative. But that's his thing. That's his
Yeah,
shtick. But if you ever meet
it's
him in
his
person,
brand.
you guys are friends. Awesome
Mm-hmm.
guy. So hey,
Mm-hmm.
man. Now
I'm glad you brought that up.
what's that?
I said, I'm glad you brought that up. A lot of people wouldn't realize they think they know us on here,
No,
but
no.
off camera, it's a completely different ball game. Grant's
Yes,
one of the best
yes.
guys you want to meet, man. I'm telling you.
Let me tell you, like I've met plenty of people that have like a known name or celebrity status, this, that, and the other. And honestly, like one of like the nicest people I've ever met. And it's like when you hear him like with his dad and you meet him, you see that yes, when he's doing something, he's trying to be impartial. And he might tend to be more on the negative side. But him as a person, you see that he's such a good dude and comes from like a good family. So nah, like the fact that when I had met him, like he was on the phone, got off the phone. This is back when we were talking the IU contract back in 2024. He was
Mm-hmm.
going one way. He's like, no, man, I'm gonna cross the street with you and let's talk, and like took pictures together and stuff like that. Just so cool. So I just have to say, for the other fans out there, because for me, yes, I'm a fan of the team, but I'm a fan of you guys. You guys
Yeah.
are awesome. And I get all my information from you guys. So it's funny when I talk to other fans and I sound really knowledgeable. You know
Mhm.
why? Because all of you guys.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Hey, so
Yeah.
speaking of the knowledge, man, let's get into it. Here goes where's my dog? Oh, here
I'm
we
here.
go. Well,
Yep.
speaking of the knowledge, these are the questions. Let's get to them one by one. They
Let's do it.
waited. Was that the mistake? Ricky Broussard is just reported to be on season-ending IR with the
Yep.
PCL surgery.
I saw the press conference.
Should they have operated in February? Was it a mistake not to operate then? How do you feel about it now?
Yeah, great question. So initially, like everybody else, you listen to John Chapman the other day. It was one of my guys as well listened to, and he's pissed. And again, him and Krug, they tend to be on the positive side because we're all fans, and I love that. I've called him the Krug. Krug's awesome as well, and he's pissed, and rightfully so. But here's the thing: when you start to peel back the onion and you realize, okay, how many times is there a PCL injury in the NFL? It's common enough. How
Mm-hmm.
often do you have surgery because of it? The surgery is not that common. And typically what
It's not
happens,
common.
no,
Mm-hmm.
look at CMC, look at Pooney, even Lynch himself. He's like, I had a PCL, Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm.
It tends to heal on its own. So, of course, we sit there and it's almost like the Niners, you're the adult, fix the situation. But to look at it just like, well, hey, now that we see that wasn't the right thing to do, hindsight's 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I think that when you look at the situation, the idea of, hey, let's let it heal on its own was the right decision at the time because that is SOP.
Mm-hmm.
That's typically how these guys heal. It
Mm-hmm.
just so happens in Ricky's case, it didn't work out like that. So, yeah, we could play Monday morning quarterback and go back and say, yeah, you guys did everything wrong. But did you? In this case, especially with Ricky's injury history, it just didn't turn out right. So I think it was the right decision, but the
Mm-hmm.
outcome was the wrong outcome. And it wasn't what we had expected. And we're all pissed off and disappointed. What do you think, Coach?
I tend to agree with that. I
Yeah.
do believe that them not once you opt for surgery, number
Yeah.
one, you automatically are pausing his career. You
Yeah.
understand that there's contract implications involved with how the player wants to keep his contract going. Then also you understand that now you pretty much tipped your hand on leverage for the offseason because
Yeah.
everybody knows that you need a receiver. Okay. So
Agreed. That's a good
that's
point.
something that hurts you too. So,
That's the business side as well.
yeah. So if I'm the Niners, and on top of it, they've got the medical precedence on their side, which is the PCL does not get regularly
Yeah.
doesn't operate it on.
Yeah.
So look, I that's okay with me. And yeah, we can Monday morning quarterback it and talk about, oh well, if we would have got it then, he'd be healthy by now, or possibly by the middle of the year. But the facts are is that the PCL surgery, one of the reasons why, there's two reasons why it's uncommon. One is because it heals on its own,
Yeah.
and two is because the recovery time is legitimately damn near a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 6 is on the super, super, super generous side. But more oftentimes than not, it's gonna take
8
10
to
to
9
12
months.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 to 9
So
months. And yeah, even 10 to 12 months. Absolutely.
yeah.
It's almost
So
like nowadays Achilles is going to heal faster.
then that, exactly. So
Yeah.
when you are shutting him down, you're
Yeah.
kind of looking at a season where he's already done for all of 2026. And now we're looking at when he'll be ready to be ramped up for 2027, not just automatically be back. So I can
And
see why the
missing the all important
Niners.
install.
Exactly. So look, I'll tell you this right now. Uh Ricky Persall, I it's unfortunate, but I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with how they moved with it. At this stage, the swelling is coming on. They did enough time. And you if you're treating them like honest brokers and you're saying, all right, you wanted to wait. When is enough enough? I
Yeah.
think that this would be enough. You know what I
No,
mean? Like,
agreed.
we gave you the offseason, we shut you down throughout the season. You didn't finish the season. You went through the entire offseason. Now you come back. You've trained, you've rested, And we haven't even gotten through. Ricky Broussard didn't even make it to pads.
No.
So yeah, it's time to shut him down. So
Well, the
it's
knee didn't.
unfortunate, but they're doing what they need to do.
Absolutely, because you see how the knee responded, and then your body's your body, and you don't always have control of that. So they saw how the knee responded. They took the additional scans. Are like, no, it's not going to
Yeah.
work. Can't do it.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get into question 2, man. He's back, dude. How do you feel? Are you in or you out?
So, because Krug was saying it for a minute, right? And, definitely we talked about, and he even did an episode before where it was like, I don't want any of these guys back. But Dre, for sure, different story. Debo, no. But then the question is, well, wait a second. Now he's coming back in shape. Well, wait a second. Is he going to be punching people? Wait a second. Is he cool? You know what I mean? Like choking fools out. No. So is he going to come back and know his role? And I think that maybe there's some maturity there. The relationship is still there. And maybe most importantly, we need a Z because now Ricky's out. And it's funny because Lynch can sit there and say, oh, yeah, we've been talking to him for a while. Yes, you've been talking to him, but if Ricky is not out for the season, does he get signed? I don't think so. But the fact that Ricky is now out and the signing coincides, I think that makes sense. I think it makes sense at the price that they got him because it's up to $7 million, which means his base salary is under $5 million. And if he's not going to sit there and demand the ball, and the fact that he can be a punt returner, he can be a kick returner, and Lynch even said we're going to move him all over the place. Yes, now I'm happy about that as long as he knows his role and he's not infringing on our young receivers, which from what I'm hearing about Strip, damn, I don't think he can because that guy seems so far legit. It's training camp. I don't want to get over my skis, but I'm happy about that. So yes, I am in on Debo, and that's why.
I'm not mad at it. I'll reserve judgment. I've already talked about what I want him to do. I got to see it first. So for me,
Agreed.
it's more of a confirmation bias than it is a feeling. I need to see it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I was going to say, and at that price, you're not risking anything to see it.
No risk. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question 3, man.
Yep.
The pads came on and it got chippy. Is this or a good or a bad thing given the Niners' injury history?
So, yeah, great question. I didn't play the game. You did. So I think that from your position, I think that you come from a place that is more educated than mine. But as a fan who's knowledgeable from you guys and who loves the game, I actually like it, of course, without anybody getting hurt. And the reason why is it shows me these guys give a shit. Yeah, you were saying Jordan James, you broke ribs because of Fred Warner. I agree. But Fred's playing hard. I want to see that. Dre playing hard. I want to see that. Get mad at each other because that means you actually give a crap and you care. Now, I understand where it's like, hey, man, this is the team. We don't need that. Focus on the field. And I get that. And you know better because you played. You coach. That's why you're the coach. So your perspective is definitely going to be different from mine and come from a more educated place. But from a fan, I love it as long as no one gets hurt. And that's why.
All right, I'll be quick with this one because I know I'm going to answer this question multiple times. I look at it like this, man.
Yeah.
You can either deposit checks or you can deposit cash.
Okay.
All right. Now, when you deposit a check, you got to wait on it. You got to wait for that thing to process. You got to wait for it to hit. And if the paperwork ain't right, you may not get your money. But when you deposit cash, right. But when you deposit cash, you know it's in there. All right. And you can walk down the corner and get a stick of gum and you know that money going to be in there.
Exactly.
I look at fights in practice like depositing checks. Yeah, you can write whatever you want on it, but that doesn't mean the money's going to be there when it's time for it to cash.
Yeah.
And
it's the play. It's the play.
Yeah, it's the play.
Just go play. Just play, man. Play hard.
That stuff looks amazing on X and on 30-second clips and when people are talking about it. But if that shit don't travel to Australia, it's cringy.
No, and I agree.
Think about it.
And I agree. The only thing I would push back on, and like I said, you played, so you know.
Yeah, push back.
Is it the idea, and I totally agree. Well, your play should do the talking, not throwing like a bullshit haymaker. But if you are so focused on that playing hard that carries over into the other, that your play, that cash you're depositing is also reverberating into the check because of where your mentality is. That would be like my only pushback in that it's hard to change that dial in that, hey, I'm gonna play so hard that yes, it might spill over after the whistle.
I understand that, and I get that mantra, but
Yeah.
that's got to be everybody. That can't be one person and then everybody is in their echo, right? So
Agreed.
that can truly be Dre Greenlaw. That could
Yeah.
be how he really plays, and everybody
Yeah.
believes that. But then, if you see Marquis Siegel playing like that, do you believe that? Did you see
That's
that last year? You know what I'm saying? Is that the
that's a
type
great
of player
question.
he is?
That's a great question. But at the same time, and you know this best, if Dre Greenlaw is setting the tone, and because of Dre Greenlaw's play and that tone setting as a young guy, as a second year player, Marquis Siegel goes, oh, this is maybe a way I should play. This is how I should maybe amp it up so I can try and match Dre's level. Did we see that last year? No. Is that Marquis Single? Maybe it is because all these guys, they need to be coached up and trained and you're constantly evolving. They're all young guys. So if he can see that and go, hey, you know what? I want to play like that. We always talk about why the Niners win their first Super Bowl. Ronnie Lott. Why? Because he came in and he played a certain way and he set the tone. So if we can have these guys like a Dre Greenlaw or a Fred Warner show Marquis Siegel, hey man, this is how you play. Even a Jair Brown, this is how you play. Was that them last year? No. Is that them this year? Maybe, and maybe moving forward, and maybe that is a good thing.
Hey, I love it. I just want them to do. I just want them to do their version of it, right? Be inspired by Dre Greenlaw. Don't copy him, right? Because at the end of the day, that's going to get found out as fake. So, hey, look, you can be inspired by the way somebody's playing, and then find that version of it in yourself. If you feel like that the team is picking up the intensity and that there's a new
Yeah.
thing going on, there's a new culture that's being rebirthed in the
Yeah.
team. I get that. I'm here for all of that. And maybe I am being a little too hyper vigilant. Maybe I do. Maybe this is just some eggs getting broken on the way to making an omelet. Sometimes things have to happen in order for you to get to a goal. I'm aware of that as well. I'll say this. I don't want to hear about tough shit happening in camp when I know physicality was a problem for us last season. So
Agreed.
all I'm saying is that shit better translate.
No,
That's
agreed.
all I'm saying.
Hey, and I hear you, coach. And I
Keep
think
the
both
same
point of views-
energy.
and I think both point of views could be right in that if you're like, hey, if I'm just seeing checks, I'm not seeing any cash, what are we doing here? And I could sit here and say, hey, look, I think this is going to mean this. Well, hey, let's meet in the middle and let's make sure that we are setting, excuse me, a new culture, a new tone, but that reverberates into the cash, not just a blank check.
I'll let you close out with that one. Hey, brother, Eric, this is a great call,
Coach, my
man.
man, I've enjoyed this. I'm so glad we had a chance to speak. I love
We
you
got a
guys.
lot.
You,
Hey, we got the
Jesse, and
season
all
coming
you
on, man.
guys. Let's
Hey, this
go.
season's coming up, brother. I'll talk to you, man. Thanks for
All
calling
right, my
in.
man. Hey, thanks for having me. I've really enjoyed this. Great speaking with you.
Thanks. Keep watching, bro.
Hey, I'm here. I'm here,
All
buddy.
right. All right. Hey, Pavement. What's good,
Hey,
bruh?
what's going on, Coach? How you doing,
How you
man?
been, brother? Talk to me, man. How you
Hey,
been?
I'm always in the hammer lane. That's what it is. I'm trying to get out of
Uh-huh.
everybody's way.
You on the
So,
road, man? What's going on, man? Where you at? Where you at?
right now I'm in Illinois right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm over here in Troy, Illinois, man. About to scoot on through here.
Okay. How you been doing? How many miles you to put up this week?
This week I'm at 27 right now, 2,700. Yeah,
Whoo!
yeah,
Hey, sometimes you gotta put the stats out there. You gotta let them know what you be doing out here. They don't know, bruh. They don't
yeah.
know about that trucker life.
I got 27 right now, and I'm about to add another 15. So
Oh,
15.9
hey,
to be exact. So
Hardest working man in show business, I tell you.
Hey man, got
Hey,
to keep America moving. But I was just watching your show, Coach, and I was looking
mm-hmm.
at the some of those points you got right here. And
Okay.
I'm gonna take a shot at Ricky. And Ricky, look, this is not personal, but
Okay.
Ricky,
Okay.
I believe you got talent, my man. I believe you do. But you kind of remind me of like when I used to play Mike Tyson Punch Out. You remember that first fighter you used to fight, Glass Joe?
Glass Joe.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And it only took three
Damn it,
super punches.
man.
It only took three super punches to knock him out. Ricky, we need you to get better, my guy, because that's
He's
what you
got to get
reminded me of.
better.
Yeah, that's what you reminded me of right now, man. You got to stop. You got to get up there to Macho Man level. Superman, Macho, and Mike Tyson. But anyway, I feel for him, and I pray for him. I hope that he get better. I hope that they fix the issue that's going on with him. I'm not really keen on the injury as much as you guys are, but
Mm-hmm.
I hope he get better, man, because I see a lot of potential in him, and he could be something, but he gotta get a little bit more toughness in him, man. I'm not saying he weak, but
Mm-hmm.
my guy, physically, you need to change something. Eat more fiber,
I,
do something. So
Yeah, it's just consistency. I think what frustrates us all about Ricky is the consistency. We need him. We need. There's just way too many. There's too much there. Right? Too many injuries. Too many accidents. We just want him to get consistent
yeah, exactly, coach.
and the PCL is it's a finicky, tricky injury, and I wish him the best, but
Yeah,
he's got to come back.
it's one of those like if you pinch a certain nerve, man, that could shut down your whole system. So I get it, but we need him to get something, better go feng shui that shit or something, do something, man. But the thing about it is, I was looking at you said Debo is back now, coach. I don't know exactly what type of wide receiver set is the 49ers like. What are we really used to running when it comes to wide receiver set? Is it two wide receiver, three wide receiver? What do we predominantly do on the field?
Well, the biggest thing that we do is 3 by 1, right?
Okay,
So I mean, I think the Niners definitely do. They run 21 personnel. That's kind of like the base, the heaviest that they do.
okay,
So it's really our signature: 2 running backs, 1 tight end, and 2 receivers, right? So
right.
that's customarily Kyle Juszczyk is on the field. Most leagues live in 11 personnel, which is 1 running back, 1 tight end, and 3 receivers. That we're one of the ones we're one of the few teams who genuinely uses a fullback as a weapon. Now 11 is still there, but it's a package. It's not a base identity. We still do the 1 tight end, 1 running back, and 3 receivers. Definitely, what we will watch out. What the Niners have started dipping into is 13. We do a lot of 12, and we show up when we want to run heavy with Kittle plus a second tight end. So really, the bulk of how the Niners are built is we're 21 personnel, two
Okay.
backs, 1 tight end.
Okay, got you. Okay, so where Debo comes in, and I think this is a good thing. I'm glad he back though. I like his attitude. I love his attitude. But
Okay.
I'm glad he's back. But I think is there a possibility that they could be delving into like running four wide receiver sets using Debo as a decoy? Is that something that's possible? Because I mean, you can still have a tight end on there, and you still have a receiving back in CMC. That basically gives you five receivers, if possible, if you have a play designed for that. So that could kind of deceive anybody that's running a nickel because you got your hawk, and I'm going, and I'm not trying to be, no pun intended,
Do your thing.
but that would basically give us a five receiver look because you don't know if that running back, and we got receiving running backs, you don't know if that running back's going to come out of that backfield and catch a slant or he's going to catch a jet. You don't know what he's going to do. Is that
Hmm.
something that would be good for us, having Debo play that kind of role? Like he could be a disguised fifth receiver and a four receiver set?
Yeah, I mean, I hear you with going 4 by 1. I understand, but you know what I think would be a sneaky personnel that the Niners could run if the Niners went 20 personnel. That's two backs, no tight ends, and the rest receivers, man. I'm telling you, man, if the Niners went 20,
Yeah.
what we do then is we create a light box. We
Right.
already
Right.
create a light box. And when you have two backs that what we have, having Kyle Juszczyk on the field with a Christian McCaffrey, then we truly have something on because now we can go run with a light box. We can do everything that we want out of the pass game. We can go quick game. We can condense it. I mean, imagine if we picked up this kid. Who did we pick up? We picked up this kid from Arizona that was like a H back type guy. He could come in and play H for us. I mean, what I love about that is you get two running backs, zero tight ends, nobody's in, three receivers. Okay, this is why it fits because we already got Kittle on the pup, and we already got Jake
Right.
Tundges who's coming in. So Jake Tundges is good, but the thing about
He's a hands guy. I mean, I haven't seen the potential in his blocking, but he is a hands guy. So he's kind of like a finesse tight end. I don't see him
yeah.
laying the wood to nobody. If that, pause, but I mean, I think that's what he is. He's a finesse tight end that you can use. Basically, you can hide him. Actually, he could like throw a pause block and then cut out on a seam route, or he can cut across. I think that's basically what he can do because I don't think he has enough power to hold up one of them big cats coming off the end. He might be able to bump him, stall him out, give him a couple like 0.5 second delay, and then cut out and catch a pass. But he's gonna need some blockers in front of him because he ain't gonna run over nobody.
Yeah, definitely. Also, one thing that I wanted to tell you too, one thing that you're looking at is too. Let's go back to your scenario where you're talking about four backs. I mean, four wide receivers going four wide. You can go, you can go 11 personnel, and Debo can be one of the backs.
Right.
You can go 21, and Debo can be one of the backs.
Exactly,
Right.
and I
So
think he's fit for that, Coach. I really think if they were to implement something like that, because everybody's going to be able to predict that if Debo's on the field, there is a play or there might be a can play where he's going to be involved. You can
mhm.
mask that. You can mask that if you set him up in the slot where he's capable to do a motion or he's able to do a jet, but you could still send him out in the flat. Or you could, I mean, Debo, I've seen Debo's speed. He can fly if he got a way to get out there. And then you got Evans and you got Strib. They gon' they gonna make the DBs guess. I mean, that's a given. They're gonna guess. They might have a plan, but there's things you can put on them that could keep them DBs at bay, especially when it comes to Seattle, when it comes to the Rams. Now, the Rams, I don't think their DB core is that great. I really don't.
Okay.
Now, when
The
it comes to
Rams,
Seattle, yeah, I don't think their DB the core is
even
that
though they
great.
picked up, they just got Trent McDuffie and
Well, we
Watson and
but think about it. We've played against these cats, and they really didn't do that much against us when we played them. The only one that I can say that did do was Duffy. That's it. We know how to play these guys, and see, that's like what Trent said. I saw an interview he was on. We know how to play these guys. It doesn't matter who you have. We know how to play you. All right.
mm,
So that's the thing. And I'm not saying we can't get our ass whooped. Yeah, of course we can. A fight is 50-50. So yeah, you got these guys, but we know how to play you. We played you long enough. Look at like I hear everybody talking about. I'm trying not to get off topic, but I hear everybody talking about Miles Garrett. Look at the games that we played against Cleveland while he was there. What did he really do against us? All right. And then
he
look at
okay.
when we played the Rams, when we played Donald. The only big thing that I saw him do is when he jacked up Jimmy G, made him throw that errant pass that ended that right there. That's all I seen him do. But other than that, we know how to play these guys. So I think we have a chance. It's just that they got star power, but I believe we have the tools to, keep that at a minimum where we're not gonna get whooped. All right. So
Definitely.
So you said right here, the pads came on and it got chippy.
Let's get into
Okay,
our third topic now. Before I want to segue into this because
go ahead.
before we even talk about this, um, we just got some more recent news, which is low key frustrating. But we just found out that Dejon Stribling isn't practicing today.
Oh
Uh,
God.
yeah, bruh. So
Uh,
here we go. Let's run it.
hey,
Dejon
you know
Stribling
what?
is not practicing today. I'm just, dude. I am just a messenger, man.
Okay.
So he's not practicing today with hamstring tightness. It's
Oh
not a
man.
strain. All right. So
Coach, can I say something? I'm not a. I'm
yeah,
not a.
you can. You hear, dog? We
I'm
all
not.
gotta say
I'm not a.
something. Tiger, my
I'm.
cousin, I can say something.
I'm not a gardener. I'm not a landscaper. I'm not a substation conspiracy theorist. None of that shit. Excuse me. But bro, it might be time to change that damn practice field. I'm just being dead ass serious, man.
I don't even know what to put my finger on. I wish it was the
I
practice
think
field.
it's. I think it's the ground. It's got to be the ground. Look at the leg
If I
injuries that they
knew
getting.
what it was, bro, yo, pavement. If I knew what it was, trust me, I'd find a way to fucking Oliver North, Iran Contra that shit and just do it on my own.
Hey,
Guerrilla
coach.
warfare that thing.
Hey,
Like
coach.
I don't care.
I've had to lay in foxholes for many a day downrange. But let me tell you something. There's something going on with that ground, bro. There's something going on with the type of cleats there's something going on. I want you to go back, coach, and look from 2019 to now and look at all the leg injuries we have had in practice. It's goddamn ridiculous. All right.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. These leg injuries. It's constantly a hamstring, a ankle, a thigh, a toe pull, fingernail fall out, toenail fall out. It's constantly leg. So if it's constantly leg, let's just say you might want to look at who put that ground down, and you might want to either soften it up or harden it up so you can play on the shit without getting hurt.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I mean, they just had grass. They had grass in all the stadiums at the FIFA World Cup. Why can't we have all grass? Just put all grass there.
yeah.
Put all grass. Just put the grass there. Because look, let's just look at it. Football originated with people playing in their backyard on grass. Let's just keep that pattern going. You didn't hear about a lot of injuries then. But anyway, I'm off tilter right now. But you said
So
with the
let's just get
pads,
back to the pad. I mean,
yeah.
do you love the aggressive nature of the team, or should they dial it back? I mean, how do you feel about
I love the
things getting
aggressiveness.
chippy?
I love the chippiness because violence begets violence. I'm old school, coach. If we gonna catch a fade,
Iron
we catch
sharpens iron.
we catching a fade. We catching a fade. That's what's gonna be. Either I'm gonna win or I'm gonna lose. But when it comes to this right here, that's cool in practice in training camp. All right, everybody's chippy. They want to do this, that, and the third. But here's the thing: you need to take that violence, because football is violence. All right,
Mm-hmm.
take it and put it on the field when you actually play in the game. And don't mimic, like the other guy said, don't mimic a guy that's coming there with that bravado or with that stature. You need to find it in yourself and play with your own understanding of violence.
Find your
So
own
that
version of it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Find your own version. So when you get on the field, it complements the guy that that's gonna be violent. Period. Dre Greenlaw is gonna be violent. Period. All right. And
Period. Yeah.
he gonna catch penalties. He don't give a shit. He there to play ball. All right. He gonna catch
Yeah.
that 15. He gonna get cussed out. Whatever. Just hopefully you
And
don't
you
do it
can't
every time.
fake that.
You can't
You can't
fake.
you
Yeah.
can't fake that. Yeah.
You can't
And
fake
when
what
you
Greenlaw got.
yeah. Yeah. So, and that's more of the point that I was trying to get to with the previous caller, which is if this is not who you are, you're gonna spend way too much energy trying to be somebody who you're not when you need to be who you really are. So
Exactly. And if you
there
got
I
if you
played on a team with
go ahead, I'm so
silent
sorry.
killers. No,
Oh,
I
definitely.
played on teams and coach kids and been in crews with silent with dudes where it's like, yeah, he ain't talking much, but try him. Go ahead, lock up with him,
Trust
try him.
trust me. Trust me.
You know what I'm
And see,
saying?
that's what the rest of the football team they need to have that mentality. When you was out there playing high school football or you was playing college, what made you angry where you wanted to go take that damn dude's head off that's sitting across from you? You need to reapply that in the NFL. Yes, you're gonna get money, you're gonna get paid. That don't mean you get soft. That means that, hey, you know what? I gotta intensify what got me to my dream any damn way. You gotta get to that point. And that's like when the guy was talking about Ronnie Lott. Okay, we could talk about Ronnie Lott. Well, let's talk about Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was a silent beast. He didn't give a damn. Okay, you know, you got to look at that. Taylor, these dudes were low key violent. All right, low key violent.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying, Coach?
yeah, I
So
got
we
you.
we got to kind of get back to that. I'm not saying go out there and break all the damn rules, but no, you have to have that mentality. You can still have it in today's NFL because it's 10 times different. But you can still go out there and do the same thing and bring that damn Lombardi home. Now, I got confidence in my team. I've been a fan since I was 4 years old. All right. So let me tell you something to my Niner faithful and everything. We going to get that Lombardi. Okay, stop putting it on Kyle. Stop putting it on the team. They got the hunger. They got the will. They want to do this. All right, but they got to get back to that animal instinct. Let's stop politicking and let's get to playing football. That's what they need to do. That's the problem. They got too much outside stuff going on. Hey, let's ignore that. When we get on the field, it's either you or me. That's what
Hey,
we got to get
man,
back to.
thanks for the call, Pavement. That was awesome, bro. Hey, we'll
Hey,
get at you later, man.
hey,
I'll holla
salute,
at you.
coach. All right, man. Be easy.
Thank you, man. Be
Yes, sir.
safe, man.
Hey, always.
I'll talk to you. Hey, Deuce on the loose. What up, Deuce? I see you with
How
the
you doing?
geometry also. So you gonna come up here with your haircut, with the fresh line, the fade and everything. You know I'm woofing it right now. I ain't even cut my shit. And then you go, this what you do? This
Hey,
what you
brother, I
do?
looked like Django 2 days ago, so I feel you. I feel you. I had the
I
beard and
man, you got
everything.
me in here looking like Paul Bunyan. Come on, man.
Hey,
What's
from
going
140
on,
old,
bruh?
hey, from 140-year-old to another, man. Solid, solid.
Salute. Yeah, I'm about to say,
Absolutely.
stay away from the gray. Hey, they be hating on us because we ain't grayed out.
Man, listen,
Hey,
man, listen.
how you doing, bro? Talk to me, man. What do you got? What do you got for the topics, bro?
I'm gonna
So
keep it.
we got the
I'm gonna,
Pearsall topic. Talk to me.
yeah, I'm gonna keep it concise, man. They wanted to have the operation, but Ricky was against it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'll say this: Ricky came into the league injured. He had a shoulder problem before he even got shot. So that was the thing coming out of Florida with him. Even though
Okay.
Lynch will talk about the whole like he never missed any games in Florida, but he literally came into the league with a shoulder problem, then the hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been out on Ricky Pearsall since day one. I wanted us to draft Cooper DeJean, but that's another story. Debo
Mm-hmm.
situation. I'm out on it. Not because I'm disliking Debo, but just because I'd rather have, Stribling's injured as of now, but I'd rather have Watkins and other people that are younger than him get more reps. Not because I'm anti Debo, I'm pro Debo, but I'm anti the younger guys getting more reps because we're bringing in older athletes, people that are 30 years old who are, injury prone or out of shape or just past their prime. So I'd rather see Watkins, Stribling, and others get more reps so they can know Kyle Shanahan's offense.
Okay.
Great player, respect him. Did his thing in 2021, but I'm not one of those people that's always looking in the rearview mirror. I'm more of a forward-leaning person, looking forward.
Mm-hmm.
So that's me on topic two. Pads came on and things got chippy. I think it's a good thing for one day, not 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 skirmishes and people getting injured. I don't like that. Now, Fred
Mm-hmm.
and Trent are my two favorite players on the entire team. The skirmish situation, I'm cool with if it happens once and no one's getting injured. But once you start involving injuries and other stuff outside of the realm of like aggressiveness, now we're taking it to a level that's unnecessary. And I think very
Mm-hmm.
pragmatically when it comes to my team. I'm not a fan. I'm a Niner lifer. Those are two different things. Like I wear
Mm-hmm.
this shirt because, whenever somebody gets injured, I have to put on the cry face. But respect I had a Lakers one too, and once we won the championship, I burned that thing, But like once we win our Super Bowl, then I'll get rid of this thing. But until then, it stays with me. But
Yeah.
realistically, though, like the whole aggressiveness, skirmishing, I'm all for aggressiveness and keeping a high tempo, but never injuries. We used to always say, stay off the ground, all
Yes.
those types of
Stay
things.
up.
So that's my 1, 2, 3 with everything. Not to sidetrack, since I figured we covered all three topics. What is your thoughts about the Vita Vea thing? Him possibly going to the Rams versus the Niners.
Well, I knew that's one of the reasons that changed my entire attitude about acquiring him. I think that the money that he's asking for, the only way that a team was going to get a discount is that if they were a Super Bowl contender. There's only one Super Bowl contender over here right now, and that's the Rams. Also, too, there is a world where people are not realizing that Aaron Donald retired early. He retired in the middle of his deal. People don't understand that if Aaron Donald comes back, I could be wrong. I'm halfway on this, and I want to make you understand that this is my understanding of it. So I don't want to speak as if I know, but it's my understanding that Aaron Donald retired in the middle of a deal with about $30 million left on that deal. If he comes back and reinstates to the Rams have to pay him the rest of that money on that deal that's already there. So somebody could come in here and smack me on the wrist while they're saying this and say, Coach, you're sorely mistaken. You're not understanding exactly how the cap works. And this is a special case, so I would have to know exactly what that is. But that did just dawn on me as if there's a world where is Vita Vea better than a 2-year laid off Aaron Donald?
I would say he can do more snaps. I'm never going to say Vita Vea is better than Aaron Donald. I have all the respect in the world for Aaron Donald. I think he's one of the probably 3 to 5 best defensive players I've ever seen with my 2 eyes. Like I've seen Lawrence Taylor, I've seen Reggie White, I've seen Bruce Smith, I've seen a lot of different players. Deion Sanders, a lot of different players, but he's one of the best I've ever seen. So I wouldn't leap that far, but I also would say I'd have to see it to believe it too. So
Vita Vea is special too, though.
What'd you say?
I said Vita Vea is special too.
Oh yeah. Like I saw him when he was in college, and I was like, oh my goodness. They were talking about he can dunk and everything else like that at 350. So yeah, I'm a huge proponent of it. I know you had changed course with it when you and Chunderboy, I think it was, or you and Kruger. I can't remember who it was.
I think it was me and Tom.
Yeah, Tom's my guy. I love Tom. But
yeah.
But no, like I'm a huge fan of the Niners getting Vita Vea, hopefully in the range of like 23 to 25 million or less, because he's currently at 17 and he's going to want to uptick because of the salary cap. But no, I think Aaron Donald's going to come back. They're going to restructure his contract, probably pay him like 15 to 20 million, somewhere in that range, and get him under the cap and probably cut somebody.
Look,
I'm just being real. Like,
that's
why I say I'm a lifer and not a fan, because fans will be like, "Oh, we're gonna win the Super Bowl every year," and I'm just like,
"Nah, we're a lifer." You know the difference between lifers and fans, and this is going to sound a bit morbid, but the difference between lifers and fans is that lifers are willing to die without the loss, without the Super Bowl. It's like it is what it is. I'm going to live or die with with what we've done. That's just what it is.
Yeah, like I don't sugarcoat it with people. Like my parents, they're both Cowboy fans, and they're lifers. Like they don't like. Some years they feel like they can win, and some years they feel like they can't. That's the same way I am. I'm like I bet sports bets and stuff like that. Like I do over and unders, all that fun stuff, and I look at like O-line. How good is your O-line? That's like the number one thing that I look at. The Niners, they're somewhere in between like 7 and 12 for me personally.
That's decent.
That I look at is like how good is your defense on getting off the field on third down? Like those are two big proponents that are like Super Bowl winners. Like Seattle was good at that on both sides, and that's why they're Super Bowl champs. So,
yeah, I mean,
I look at it.
Hey, look. So talk to me, Deebo Samuel. You're happy that he's back?
No, I said no. I said I'm out on it. That was the first thing I said. I said I'm out on it because I want the younger guys to get more reps. Not because I don't
Okay.
want him on the team. It's not a I don't want him on the team. It's more of like I'm out because we're always drafting players that are already injured. Like, and we're never playing our rookies or giving them a chance to see the field like a Watkins. Cowling, I'm out on too. Like, that's another player, hamstring,
You're out on
always hurt.
Cowing?
Hell yeah.
Wow, boy,
He's
you
inconsistent.
drive a
He's
hard
always
bargain, dog.
injured. Yeah, like I'm one of those people like you either shit or get off the pot. There's no like gray area with me when it comes to stuff like that. He's on year 3 now. He's been injured the first year and the second year. The only difference between him and Ricky Pearsall is Ricky Pearsall is a first round pick, and Kyle Shanahan sees himself in Ricky Pearsall. Skinny white guys that thought they were better than what they are and injury prone. Like, I'm just like, I'm out on Cowling and Pearsall. I want Watkins, and I do want Demarcus Robinson. I think it's slept on. And people, fans of the 49ers always are shitting on him. Like, oh man, Robinson, he's old, he's this, he's that. Well, he showed up against the Eagles. Eagles are one of the better defenses in the entire league. He showed up in the playoffs. You know, he had some connection problems with Mac Jones here and there, but like once him and Brock got it going, like they were flowing. And Brock didn't even play the whole year. So it's hard to like receivers a very dependent position. If you're healthy and you run your right routes, you're going to get open, you block, all that stuff like that. He did everything the Niners asked him to do. He just wasn't getting the ball. So, but yeah, Cowling and Pearsall have been out on them last year. Like, receiver is not a position where you're getting banged on every 5 seconds. It's not like it's running back, O lineman, you know. That's a position you shouldn't be injured all the time. And then, too, if you have hamstring problems, go see people that LeBron deal with or, you know, somebody within your tax bracket that you can deal with that'll hopefully build your strength up to where you're not injured all the time. Like, you don't hear these problems with all the receivers in the league. A Justin Jefferson, a Jamar Chase. Go see their trainers. Whoever their trainers are, go see them. CeeDee Lamb, whoever it is, deal with those type of people, not whoever you're currently dealing with because it's not working if you're injured every year. Like, that's
I can
insanity,
respect
man.
that.
Yeah.
So let's
And
get to the
another
last
thing-
one.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
another
go ahead,
thing
go
is
ahead,
we
go
need
ahead,
to get
finish
rid of Justin Terry. He's the head of training since like 2017. He needs to go. He's been awful. He's been awful. That's why Nick Bosa, Ayuk, all the elite players do not deal with him. They come back before, you know, training camp 4 days before, and then they report. But they don't deal with him. Like the elite play, Kittle's not even dealing with him. But yeah, let's get into the last one too.
All right, so things are getting chippy at practice. Injuries are accruing. They seem to be aligned, or at least at the very least linked. Are you buying it, or do you want them to calm down?
Yeah, like I said earlier, like the one skirmish is fine, but the great teams like the Seahawks, the Rams, the Chiefs, and when I say great, I mean like consistently good teams.
Right.
They're not getting skirmishes all the time, or even at all, because they have
we don't see
better
it.
leadership as a head coach that knows that's not always consensus for winning or having a great defense or a great offense. Like you want your players healthy. That's the most important thing. You want smart players, aggressive players, and persistent players. Those are the 3 most important things. All this other stuff is, you know, you can have an aggressive player like a Dre Greenlaw, but as long as he's not making these penalties and stuff like that, I'm cool with him. So, yeah, like he saved us against the Packers in 2023. So, I mean,
Okay.
I respect that. I was glad he came back. He's one of the older players. When I say older, I mean like he's had a couple injuries and he's 29, you know, that type of thing. But like he was one of the few players I actually did want back. Debo, I'm not anti-Debo. I'm just anti when we have 10 receivers in the room and we're bringing in another one. It's like Jesus, we could just draft a good one and just stop all this.
It just
And we're not
just
giving
could have.
Watkins anything.
Yeah. So I do believe, like I said, I think the chippiness is it does have a place, but I'm just trying to get ahead of it. That's why I raised the topic. I saw what happened between Fred and Jordan James. Then I'm hearing about first day of pads. These guys are going at each other, and it's like, you know, that's not really our calling card, man. We need to kind of relax and get to Atlanta. You know what I mean? I think that's huge for us. So, you know, that's why I'm pretty much hung up on it, is that because I just think that the injuries are lining up for us. And if we don't do something about it, you know, we're going to be staring at each other in the middle of the season. You know, the thing that's crazy is that like I look at stuff, I look at people like the Rams. Yeah, you know, we beat the Rams and, you know, the Rams Super Bowl contenders and all of that. But one thing that the Rams deal with that don't have to deal with is they're one of the most healthiest teams in the NFL every year. Every year, bro. As soon as they get an injury, it all falls apart for them. Like, I don't understand why we are consistently always injured. Like, and not just a couple of guys, but like it happens in waves.
I'll give you three factors. I'll give you three factors why. Sean McVay is an overseer, delegator, but also a play caller when he needs to be. Kyle Shanahan is a dictator. And that's nothing against him, but he's in more line with, I'd say, Belichick than he is an Andy Reid. Andy Reid, once he got to the Chiefs, he understood he had to be more of a delegator than I'm all in, you know, doing everything myself. Another thing is Sean McVay, he gives his players the enough rest and veteran leadership within their own team to handle things the right way. If Kyle's not handling everything, the Niners pretty much fall apart. And you don't want that one card to hold up the entire deck of cards. A third thing is you have to have either a GM or a training staff that's excellent. Our GM is de facto Kyle Shanahan. Everyone blames Lynch, but we all know Kyle hired John Lynch.
Final saying word.
Yeah, so that's my biggest thing is you have to be able to delegate and draft players that aren't already injured, like a Pearsall, like a Cowing, and some other players. So that's the reason why the Rams are moving the way they are compared to the Niners are. So that's the simplest way I can describe it, why we're always injured and they're not, you know. So yeah. It's by the way.
It's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. So look, there's no way around it. You know, we got to be able to get guys in here, and to be able to help us out. It's just not going to work. So, look, the problem is right now is that Mikhail Kamara just got carted off the field.
What?
Nick Bosa, yeah, bro. I'm about to throw this up right quick because this just hit and I'm fucking gutted over it.
Man, I love the way you do the games. Like I rarely like watch Sunday Ticket and you. So once I started catching like in-game stuff, oh my god! So you with the Eagles, that is all time. I haven't saved in my phone. It was so good.
Dog. It's there's so many of them, bro. There's so many of them. I have to start memorializing them.
We greatly appreciate it as, you know, people.
Thank you, man. That means so much to me.
You're doing the really Lord's work for us 49er lifers, man. Oh my goodness.
Bro, I like
the drafting too. I love that too. That was so cool. I was like, man, I know that took him some months because, you know, I have
yes, man. Like I'm gonna just tell you, man, like that is what's happening on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? Like coaches are wigging the hell out on the sidelines, and the conversations and the back and forth are so intense that you see the yelling from a distance, but if you put track audio to what exactly is being said, some of these guys wouldn't be able to get on the podium the next day to talk to you because you'd be like, well, first of all, win, loss, or draw, you need to answer for your comments during last week's game because you will skull. What did you say? Like you gotta like really understand the intensity of it. And you know what I really do appreciate? I appreciate my road into football, especially into coaching, because I got coached under some show enough ball coaches. You know what I mean? Where we was in the booth. I had to like hold my OC at Bowie State, Jason Woodman, who's the head coach right now over at I think he's over at Middle Tennessee State right now. He's either over there at Mercer. But yo, I used to have to grab Woody by the shirt collar because we had a booth at Bowie State. This is the old booth where we would share a wall with the opposing team. So the coordinators would be they would be in the next room, right? And bro, we would be so intense if like we scored or if we got a first down or if we got something. Dude,
Yeah.
Woody would come out of the window and reach around to try to talk to the next window, to bang on the door, to bang on the window. And I would have to hold his ass from falling out. So like that's the type of intensity that that I got coached under, that I coached with, that I played under. So I'm really excited, and I'm just grateful that I get to give you guys just like a little piece of that, because that's what football's like for me, man. It's no holds barred, and I don't get a lot of places in my life where I get to just wig the hell out and not get arrested. This is like one of the few. This is like one of the few spots I have left where I get appreciated for wigging out. So this is kind of like my therapy spot.
I live in downtown LA, and I told my neighbors years ago, I bought them a bottle of wine, some flowers, whatever it may be. And I said, Sundays from September through February, or Thursdays or Saturdays, I might be screaming. I'm sorry. Nobody's having wild sex or nothing. No illegal things are going on. I'm just watching football. I'm just going to be honest with you. They're like, oh, that's cool, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's how I am. Like, I'm really into it. I might seem calm on here, but like when it's Sunday, like I got the Sunday ticket on, I'm watching it. I'm watching all 32. I'm watching all the games that are available to me. And then once the Niners come on, then I just switch the other 7 off. But yeah, man, I'm intense with it too, because when you've played it, you've experienced it, you've paid your hard-earned money to have season tickets and go to the games, everything like that. It's no longer like I'm just watching the game because it's leisure. It's like you're
invested.
You're invested.
I'm invested.
Yeah, absolutely. So
yeah, I'm invested.
I've been to a couple Super Bowls, and it's.
You've been to a couple. That's fucking fire. I've never been to a Super Bowl.
It's like no other. It's a whole experience. That's for another call, but yeah.
You got to come back and talk to us about your Super Bowl experience. That'd be dope.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me, Coach. You're the best.
Hey, Deuce, thank you so much for calling in, man. Please call back, man. This is a great conversation. All right, brother. Hey, man, let's pay some bills real quick before we get back at it. Matter of fact, let's get some people up here real quick. Then we're gonna pay some bills. Then we're gonna talk about the Niners need a goddamn edge. All right, we're going to get Cousin Vin in here. We're going to get Niner Empire, and then we're going to close out with Fayetteville State. He be coming in here he just put his name. Use a real name, dog. Don't be having me in here plugging your weak-ass school on my channel, man. Use a real name. Good Lord. Cousin Vin, man. What's going on, Vin? How you doing, baby?
Living the dream, Coach. Yeah, what do you got there, son? Oh, my boy here.
Where's little man at? Coach love the kids. Where the little man at?
Hey, show me your Legos.
Where the Legos at, bro?
He gets shy.
Come on, man. Okay. No Lego time. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
Let's go. What's up, man? How you doing, man?
Say hi.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Yeah. That's cool. I love that name too. My name is too. So it's going to work out. We both, you know what I'm saying? We both got the same name. It's going to be awesome.
Anyway.
Go ahead, man.
Gosh, lost my train of thought. Wow. Yeah.
I got you.
You gotta love it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go in reverse order here?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go first. Look, like I think you had the same thought as me, and I think another guy kind of said the same thing. Like, I like the energy. I think it's all good, well and good, but if that doesn't show up someday in Melbourne and everywhere else, then it's just like, come on, who's this for? What's this really about? Now, I think in some level it could be just like, hey, come on back here. I think it could just be like Fred got his boy back, and now they're just kind of, oh, your friend's back in town. You're kind of feeling yourself a little bit. They're just, the team's back, the band's back together. So they're just kind of, vibing off each other. And the newness or the renewness of the situation.
It's going to feel good.
Yeah, exactly. And, I can't even be mad at that. I had an idea kind of schematically, just thinking about it too. Now, God willing, Drake Greenlaw and everyone's healthy the whole season, but we know how Niners operate. What if they're operating, so they got their 5 down linemen, and then could Upton Stout play like linebacker in like a dime type of package where you have Fred Warner and then Upton Stout playing next to him almost in the interior, kind of playing the flat area, whatever. And then just, the other four, you'd have other four safeties and cornerback duo. Could that work schematically, or would they just get run over with something like that? Because in my mind, you think, okay, you got 5 down linemen to kind of take the pressure off. No one's blasting through in the midfield. Maybe that could work. Maybe he's got just enough hit to play the run still and also be, good in zone like he's supposed to.
This is one thing. One thing about 5-man fronts is that they got to connect with the back end. All right. So what I do know with 5-man fronts is that you cannot run zone with the first level of defenders because there's not enough space. Well, there's too much space for them to be able to drop to depth to get to their zones, right? So that's one thing. So by going 5-man front, we're locking in man across the board on the back, right? So let's say we go a 5-man base, right? A 5-man front base will be 5 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and 4 DBs, okay? What you would be essentially saying is you want like a 5-1-5. 5 down linemen, 1 linebacker in the hole, and then keeping Upton Stout on the field would make 5 DBs. Now, maybe you could switch it out and take out the free for Upton, and then maybe keep an extra linebacker on the field and then cheat that way, where Upton Stout could play a little bit of safety this year. There's a world where that could be a thing, but I don't know if he could play safety.
Yeah,
right. Go ahead.
How do you get this guy on the field? That's what I'm saying. He's probably one of their better players, right?
Well, we keep him and then also to help out. Helping out, to put Upton Stout on the field, you're stressing somebody else. So if you put Upton Stout on the field, you're stressing Fred Warner, because Fred Warner is your only linebacker on the field. So now you're looking at
kind of strain on him, basically.
Yeah, because now Fred is you only have one off-ball linebacker, and Fred is responsible for way more now. And then honestly, you would kind of bastardize the skill set of wait a minute. If you put Malik Mustafa's kind of big.
I see that.
He could come down and help out too. This is why I don't get paid to do this shit no more. Because it's twofold. It's the scheme. It's threefold, really. It's one, we're doing this because we have a deficiency, right? Teams that are really good just go out and base, like we did in 2019. Like when you're really good, you don't have to have a complicated defense.
There's no packages. You just play the best guy.
We just roll the ball out, right? Now, when you have to scheme it up, more oftentimes than not, you're scheming it up because you're covering for a deficiency, right? Right. So that's the first wall. That's the first phase of this. That's the first rung in the ladder. The second rung in the ladder is you have to find somebody that overcorrects your deficiency, right? Because if you get somebody that's only good enough to fill the hole, you're at a wash. You didn't really get better. Right? You're doing this to get better. You're not doing this to stay the same. So now it's almost like, if you think about it, think about the Myles Garrett situation.
He's so good that it's worth, throwing everything.
That's the Myles Garrett situation where Nate Landman and those linebackers were so bad in coverage that they were willing to get rid of Jared Verse, a rookie of the year, to overcorrect it to go get Myles Garrett, who can come back and cover the Jared Verse loss and actually help out those horrible ass linebackers that they had back there. So now, do we have that on the Niners? I don't know if we have a player that we can bring on and switch scheme, and they're good enough to overcorrect for why we're doing it in the first place, right? Yeah. Sometimes you could just switch things around, and if you're not really paying attention to that, it maybe look different, but it's really a wash.
Yeah,
it's just a wash.
Kind of you'd be suffering in other spots more, and that kind of would.
There you go. It would
then I
just
had
be a
another
wash.
thought. Well,
Uh-huh.
So we had a lot. I mean, now at this point with another guy going down, now it's pretty clear we need an edge. But
We need an edge.
before this just happened, right? In my head, why are we going? We have need at edge, but that's not our biggest weakness. Our biggest weakness is safety by a lot. Why not go back to Raheem Morris? He was just in Atlanta. Why don't we try and steal I forget his name, but they're free safety. They got a good free safety, and he's only got
Atlanta's free safety. Yeah.
I forget his name. I'm sorry. I should know it. But point is, he's only got like a year or some change left on his contract. I'd be willing to bet that would be a type of player you could. I mean, they probably won't. They ain't spending any money this year. But that would be the type of player I'd go get, because now you got a true center field. Now you got a strength at safety. You got Mustafa playing next to him, Jerry Brown in the rotation. Now you got guys who are,
Jesse Bates.
Yeah, Jesse Bates. You get a guy like that in there. Now that back end's looking way different. They're looking like a real backfield now. Or
Okay. So I like this because I believe that the last topic that we just talked about and this topic, they're linked. And why I'm saying that is because remember how we just talked about, adding Upton Stout, taking off a linebacker. We don't know, we have to overcorrect it. It may be a wash at the end of the day, right? So that could be the same thing with this.
You think?
We had 20 sacks last year. Now, we know we were the worst pass rush in the league. We know that, right? We absolutely know that. But do we know that we had the worst safeties in the NFL? When you have a pass rush that can barely get to the quarterback, it would stand to reason that the secondary is going to suffer, right? So now this is when the math comes in, the work. Now we would have to know what responsibilities are, who's supposed to be doing what job description to truly assess if, let's say, hypothetically, Jair Brown is as bad as we think he is. Or if, Marquise Siegel was truly consistently out of phase and out of position and, looked lost at times out there. So that's why for me with football, everything is inside out. You can't truly evaluate if you got a good back if you don't got a goal line. You can't really evaluate the linebackers if you don't got a D line to keep offensive linemen off the second level to see how they run, So everything is from the inside out, and that's the biggest issue that I'm harping on right now with the Niners is that it's always been the trenches. It's always been the trenches.
Yeah, and it's why we haven't had any titles. I mean, every single big game they lost, you can point to that. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
yeah.
There's
So
a dead
go ahead.
somewhere with too many hits in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I bet no one wanted Chase Basantis at 33 instead of Deshaun Stribling now if he's not practicing. No one wanted that. All right. Anyway, let's talk. Debo is kind of whatever. I mean, it's cool that he's back.
Are you over it?
I mean, it's cool and all. I like Debo. I mean, punching a long snapper, I could kind of. It looks bad, but I mean, I could give a fuck at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I think it'd be cool if it depends if he's really humbled or if they're just, Shanahan's, pulling out a 2022, playbook. And it's just like, all right, dusting it off, pulling out plays from, years back and just thinking like it's going to be right the same. I'd be pretty disappointed in that. I think, it'd be cool, plus they ain't paying him much. Like, it's not like we don't need the help of a safety or receiver anyway. So I'll take it. Plus, it's familiar face. Maybe there'll be a roll out in the boombox again, the geriatric boombox at this point.
Yo, the next time they go pull out that boombox, it's going to be bam, 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 bam. It's going to be some flappers music.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next boombox they go pull out, it's going to be the pictogram. They're going to have to get it going.
Oh, goodness. Like 1920s, like silent movie.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my Clementine.
I can't.
Dude, that's gonna be hilarious.
That'll be great. And
Yeah.
they waited. All right, it's kind of interesting. They waited was a mistake.
Mhm.
You could look back on a lot of the decisions the Niners have made, at least in the past couple of years, and see that waiting has been consistently the worst thing they've have done. Right? They waited.
Yeah.
They waited with he who will not be named. They waited with Nick Bosa, and
Yep.
they dragged up those things and made it. And they ended up paying for it. But now Bosa, they kind of, he kind of had him by the, what, just with his the previous year. But still, if they had just coughed up the dough, halfway through the offseason, they would have not had a malcontent, and they would have had a number one receiver, and a whole domino effect of things would not be the way they are now. Ironically enough, this is where they probably should have waited. I think they kind of did the right thing because of, like that previous caller said, PCL, you kind of just got to wait on it apparently. So if that is true, if that's the case, then yeah, they probably did the right thing. But still, this consistent sort of attitude to wait, drag out everything, has seemingly time and time again been shown to be wrong. And
well, we may have gotten out of it though, Vin, because Parag rolled out. We didn't even really talk about it. But Parag, you heard about that, right? Parag Marath is Parag Marath, you know what? I know better time than the present, baby. But Parag, I don't want to. He resigned.
No, stop.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, y'all don't know about that. I didn't even bring that up because I just thought that people knew about this.
No, I did not. This is news to me. My goodness, can we? I don't want to dance. I'm going to do a little dancing on this guy. Come on, how are we going to call this guy a cap wizard when he paid a bunch of money to Brock Purdy, who didn't really have a market? Bent over backwards for he who will not be named. Bent over backwards for Nick Bosa. Went to battle for with George Kittle when his contract. Like,
here he is, man. The man, the myth, the legend. He's done.
Adios.
Parag Marath, after 25 years with the 49ers, Parag Marath is departing the organization to focus full-time on Leeds United and Rangers Football Club, as well as other sports efforts. League sources told ESPN the move was in the works for a little while, but is being formalized today, per sources. Yep, Parag's gone.
Hey, it's been real. It's been nice, but it hasn't been real nice. It's, wish him the best.
Hey, man. Hell yeah. It's time for him to kick rocks. Get the hell up out of here, Parag.
Come on, I did one bad
and
contract.
This is what it was, one bad contract after another. And this is what I said about it. Hold on. Let me get over here to the profile. This is what I said about it when I looked at the profile on it. Bro, I liked it because I said this. Process of elimination. If the cap structure doesn't change, we know it's Jed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's very real. He's just kind of, marched to the beat of Jed's drum and, gets kind of some bad flack because of it. But I have every.
Oh my God, that's true too. Quasi about if we thought Parag was bad, Quasi about to go off.
Oh my God, he's gonna be asking ChatGPT who should give a contract to.
Oh my fucking God, all right, stop. Don't automatically let me feel good about Parag for a little bit, bro. All right. Pads come on, it gets chippy. Talk to me, good or a bad thing? Close me out.
Yeah, like I said, it's all well and good. I like it, but if it doesn't show up Sunday, if it doesn't translate in Melbourne, then it's just much ado about nothing. It seems kind of silly, in fact, if they're not bringing that energy to Australia. Really, like I said, but I kind of like it. It shows that they got some life. It shows they got some energy. 10 years into a regime, a lot of these guys have been here since the get-go practically. I think it's good they're still showing that they can kind of get up for practice and get up and show that sort of vigor. But again, unless they're going to get chippy with, what's his name? Matt Stafford, Puka Nacua, until they show that, well, let's see. My closing thought, though, is I wanted Vita Vea. Now it looks like we have to get an edge, which is kind of disappointing. So I don't know what bargain bin edges there are out there. Maybe Leonard Floyd, maybe Bosa, Big Bosa. Hell, there's a good chance to get both those guys. They need it that bad. They need the depth that bad. I mean, what's to say they don't? I don't know.
Yeah.
2 Bosas.
It's getting pretty bad, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they need bodies at this point. Whoever they might be just poaching practice squads at this point.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
Coach,
hey, bro,
great content.
It was a great conversation. I love having you on, bro. Take care, man. Thank you, Vin. We'll get to it, guys. We got to get in here and pay some bills. Once we pay some bills, then we're gonna get Niner Empire and this Fayetteville dude in here. And then we're going to be able to have a good conversation. But first, let's get to what we all came in here to see, which is PrizePicks, dog. Because I love PrizePicks and you love PrizePicks. So let's get to it. Let's take a quick seconds to talk about PrizePicks. We like to keep it simple. Little lineup, smart plays, and building something steady over time. You can do player props, future season totals, all types of different plays depending on what you're into. And if you guys are on the app already, make sure you follow me and my picks at Coach49 so you can track what I'm running throughout the week. Best of all, play your first $5 and get $150 in lineups if you win. Just use code HMA when you sign up. That's right. PrizePicks just switched up their offers, so there's no better time to join. Lock in and win that first lineup. That's code HMA at sign up to get $150 in bonus lineups if you win your first $5 lineup. Also, there's optional 2-pick player power plays and 3-pick flex lineups that will be eligible to win the $150. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. Now, let's get to a couple of things, guys. We already saw the tweets. The Niners are hemorrhaging, man. We're already losing guys. So we looked at the tweet by Matt Burrows, which was basically the Niners are bleeding. Mikhail Kamara was carted off the field just now. And Matt, we already understand that Nick Bosa is not playing. In addition, Keon White didn't practice due to an abductor issue, so Keon White didn't play. That's leaving Sam Aquanu, and KJ Henry as the only true defensive ends in practice, with defensive tackle Kevin Givens logging a lot of snaps on edge. We got Kevin Givens, who we just signed, taking snaps on edge on the second day of padded practice. Let that shit sink in. Let that sink in. That's not a mistake. That's letting you know where we stand with this, with the edge situation. It's bad. All right. Here goes the tweet right now, just for effect. Rookie DN, Michael Kamara was just carted off the field. Oh, man. Here it is. Rookie DN, Michael Kamara was just carted off the field with an apparent leg-knee issue, with Cam Sample, who's out with the knee. Romello Height, unknown. I don't know why Romello Height's not practicing. Michael Williams not practicing, and Nick Bosa limited to individual drills. The 49ers are reaching a critical low on the edge. We already talked about this. In addition, Keon White didn't practice due to an adductor issue that left Sam O with KJ Henry, who we just acquired, as the only true defensive ends in practice, with defensive tackle Kevin Givens logging a lot of snaps on the edge. Henry seems to be overheating by practice's end. We got to have a conversation, y'all. Who's out there? Who's ready to go? So I know we got the last two guys up here, and we got a board up here to talk about the topics. And I want to bring Niner Empire DMV up here to talk about this. But before we do, man, we got to switch up the topics of the show real quick, man. You know, it's time for us to get to it. So I'm going to bring up Niner DMV, and we got to be ready to talk about it, bro. So what's up, man?
What's up, man? What's going on?
It's Edge, right? It's the Edge. I don't know what else to say.
Oh, man. I mean, what do you expect?
This
bro?
is who's available right now, man. We got to
Yeah,
get
bro.
something done.
So at this point right now, go get Joey Bosa. You wanted him any fucking way. So you can send
Yeah.
the whole Bosa brother shit. So go on and go do it. If you're not gonna trade for fucking Vita Vea, if you're gonna let goddamn go every other daggone team in our division get all these goddamn going, all these daggone defensive linemen to boast their pass rush, we gotta make a move. Like at this point right now, you got all these people getting injured due to the fact that bottom line, it's the training facility. Y'all can stop bouncing around that whole fucking goddamn going concept of it's not the training facility. Obviously, it's a training facility because every goddamn year we got people going down early in training camp and in the middle of training camp. Like it's the same thing over and over and over. At
You
this
really
point,
think
it's
it's a training
insanity.
facility, bro?
I'm really starting to think it is. That's what it is, coach. Like it's crazy, bro. Every time you look, somebody's going down. Like we are down to literally me and you can go out there and play DN. At this
This
point.
is getting ridiculous how like repetitive this is.
And it's an every year thing. It's not like we get 1 year where we have a great training where nobody gets hurt. Always is somebody key getting hurt. And we got to pick up all these free agents. Like the Devo signing. I'm over that shit. Like, why are we going back?
You ain't feeling Debo?
That running back shit, I'm tired of that running back shit. We can't keep running back.
Damn it, man.
Stop running it back. Stop running it back. He has to be schemed open. He is not a real route runner. He's a gadget player. I'm like the other two callers before. I want to see the young receiver depth and how they going to work in our offense. You drafted him for what? Jacob Clown was on his 3rd year. When they going to get a chance to see the field? Jordan Watkins.
Do you want to get Max Crosby? Do you want to do the Max Crosby shit or not? Do you want to do it?
I would have did the Max Crosby trade when they gave up the receiver to the Jets. They were giving rid of goddamn players. We could have gave a 3rd round pick for Max Crosby. We could have caught them in their low. See, that's the problem with John Lynch. Hit motherfuckers when they low. If they doing a free sale, hey, if you want to give us a Crosby, a 3rd round pick, we give it to you. We don't do shit with 3rd round picks anyway. Give it to him. I would have been got Max Crosby. I'd have been got him.
I like it, but I don't like it now. I think it's hot, but not like this. I love the ambition. You see how I put up the graphic. I need to wait on the knee. I don't like it.
Yeah, so, and that's the thing. It's everybody's that you would look at 2 years ago. Now they got injuries. They got lagging injuries. So now the best bet for you to do is fuck it. Go get Joey Bosa. Go get your Davion Clowney. Somebody. You need somebody at this point. You can't like the whole like it's been crazy shit been happening ever since Kyle Shanahan got that goddamn accident and didn't say nothing.
So let's stop. So let's stop right here. Jadavion Clowney, Leonard Floyd, Joey Bosa, Von Miller. That's what I have up as the latest and greatest right now that we could get. It's day 5 of minicamp. Do we need to make a call?
You gonna have to, because if your rookies are already injured, they're not gonna be back for the next week or two. You don't even know what's up with Romello Height.
This shit don't make no sense.
It does make sense. See, that's the problem. We don't do things the 49 way. We all been 49 fans since the 80s. Some of us the 70s. I was the 80s. Bill Walsh, Seifert would have never let the 49ers get like this. They would never let it get like this. We would have got rid of people before they got to this certain age. Like look at all the things that's happening now. Ever since Kyle came out and said, it was my fault. It was my fault for the accident. My thing is, I still don't understand how you the coach of the San Francisco 49ers, why would they not report that?
Hey, bro, don't get me started. All right. So I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna stop you, but I'm gonna warn you. I'm not gonna stop you, but I'm gonna warn you. We were born at night, not last night.
Exactly.
Okay, and I'm leaving it alone because everybody else is choosing to leave it alone. But bruh,
Coach, we from DMV, bro. We ain't stupid.
Come on, son. He is playing in our face.
Bro,
There
that's a
ain't
joke.
no way in the world, bruh, that you
The
got those
49ers ain't
injuries. Come on, man. Like this,
Man, I
but you
hit the
know what? It's
windshield
California, bro.
before.
Let them have it. It's
Yeah,
California. Let them
I said
have
it. I
it,
was like
bro.
this. I was like, it's Cali.
Let
Like,
them
I've
have
hit
it
the windshield in an
it's
accident. I'm
sunshine.
like,
It's
bro.
sunshine and palm trees out there. So if they
Mm,
want to believe that motherfuckers get those type of injuries off of 20-mile-per-hour car
bruh,
accidents
bruh.
and Teslas, don't
20
get
miles per hour?
just
20
hey, I'ma chill. I'm chilling. We supposed to be talking about football, but I'ma just
I
tell
knew
you
that.
right
I
now,
was going to bring that up regardless. I was like, at 20 miles per
that
hour, you get all the injuries?
Shanahan's dog, that Shanahan story is
A joke.
fugazi. It is
What?
so fugazi. But look, I'm chilling. I'm leaving it alone. Right. And then all of a sudden we treating her like she's a minor and she's 21. Yo, let me chill. Let me chill. Let me chill.
The
Let me
whole
chill.
story is
Come on, son. The whole story
I was saying like DMV, man, that whole story full of shit, bro. I
full
don't
of
give a fuck.
you welling. Hey, if we
Listen,
keep it
you
a
wildin'.
DVD, DMV,
You
you
wildin'.
welling.
You
You
welling
welling
like
like
shit, bro.
shit. You welling like
Bro,
shit.
like you ain't got a lot of kicking credit. You ain't got a
You
lot
ain't
of
got a
credit.
lot of kick it. But at the same time, it's like if you see the level of like effort that they are taking to cover this.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, son. Like,
That was
let
just
him
like with
be a coach.
DeBarno had investments in the fucking casinos
Come
on
on,
New
son.
Orleans, bro. Like, come on, man.
Since when do you not have reaction time driving 20 miles per hour? I'll wait.
One, two. When does a clerical error happen in goddamn
I'll
police
wait.
station in Cali
Oh my
about
God,
the
I'm driving at
49ers?
20 miles per hour. I can't get out of the way. What's wrong with my reaction time? I don't know. Like, come on, son. Like, I don't have
Look,
a seatbelt on, but I can reach down and grab the phone naturally. Oh, okay. That's
so I was
fine.
that person. I was that person to get my phone. I was that person to get my phone. That was gonna take my eyes off the road.
Oh
20
yeah,
miles per hour.
everybody grabs their phone and looks off the road. We don't feel for the phone while we're looking at the road. Everybody just looks at the floor while they're looking for their phone, and they're over 6 feet tall in a sedan Tesla. But okay.
Well,
I drive a 2500 Power Wagon, bro. It's one of the biggest trucks on the market, bro. And
mhm.
I can reach the floor and grab the phone off the damn floor if it
I'm
falls out of
doing
my
it
lap.
right now. I'm doing it right now.
Come on, son.
What are we doing, bro? Like, and that's the
Hey,
thing.
look.
It's a trickle effect of that happening. Now look what everything's going on. It's karma. Like I told everybody,
Yeah.
like y'all gotta understand. We've never done anything the 49 way. You look at John Lynch. You would think John Lynch would be like, all right, look, Cal's down. Let me step up. We need to answer this defensive end situation. Entertain the Via Vea trade. We could have entertained a lot of things that we didn't. Now
True.
you stuck behind the 8 ball. Now you got to make a decision quick, fast. You got to make a decision, and you can't really take too much time to do it. And this
Yeah.
results into waiting on Purcell to to get surgery. Let me explain something to you. I'm not listening to a motherfucker that just got shot and has been injury prone for a whole year. If I feel as though if the doctor say take the surgery, get the surgery. All that, well, we was trying to make sure Purcell would be all right. I'm like, he's injury prone, bro. We get it. The motherfucker's injury prone. If he don't come back healthy after this, he's a draft bust. Javon Kinlaw, deteriorated knee, didn't finish the Senior Bowl, but you drafted him to replace the Forrest Buckner instead of drafting Tristan Wirfs. Another fucked up situation. But then you down 2 years later, you go sign Hargrave at the same fucking dollar point that you could have gave DeForest Buckner. Because you're trying to rewrite a wrong and it still didn't pan out. If Hargrave's still on our team, fuck no. He didn't even make it a full season. You got to
Look,
stop
bro.
making decisions smart. Stop. And like one of the callers said, stop drafting injury prone people. Stop signing injury prone people. Like, god damn, we already got a bad training facility. Injury prone person gonna be even worse. Shit retarded.
Yeah.
It's retarded.
Hey,
Like, bruh.
so we don't had our own special topic. So close me out, bruh. Close me
Okay.
out. How do you feel?
All right.
How do you feel about the edge? Should the Niners go after any one of these guys? Also, Kyle Van Noy is out there. We know Kyle Van Noy is out there as well.
Kyle
I
Van Noy
think
would be a
Hassan.
good pickup.
Yeah.
He'd be a good pickup.
So
Because he's
close
serviceable.
us out with what do you think the Niners should do? Because edge seems to be slowly but surely the topic at hand right now.
Edge is the most important. So I would say go look at Kyle Van Noy. Kyle Van Noy,
Mhm.
if you're going to go the Bosa road, that means you're trying to sell tickets. And you're trying to sell this whole Bosa brothers playing together. How will it look with them two on the field at the same time? But at the same time, the older Bosa, he's productive, but at the same time, he's gonna be in the pitch count. Like you're not gonna be starting him. You're just gonna be rotating him in. You got to get a defensive end right now that's going to play alongside Bosa. And unless you're gonna get a Kyle Van Noy or somebody that you could trade for that could be on the block, Thibodeau. You got to do something. You could do Thibodeau because he's young, but the thing is, you got to pay him. So that's the only thing about it. That was like when we went and got Chase Young. Chase Young was a rental, but what was crazy about it is we got him for a third round pick, which we don't really do that with it, which it worked out. He helped us he assisted in getting us to the Super Bowl on D-line. Didn't really show me too much.
You only doing that because he's from where we at. You doing that because he's from the crib.
I'm be honest.
That's why you doing that.
Shit. Like,
Thank you. All right, then keep it a buck. Don't try to do that because he's from where we from. Don't do that.
I'm trying to
you being nice because he's from the crib. He was ass, boy.
He was ass.
He's top 10 in pressure rate now. I want to give him love. He bounced back with New Orleans, but for us, that shit was ass. I'm just keeping it 100. I seen Chase down and run and shoot off Marlboro Pike. I seen Chase and I told his ass that shit off Marlboro Pike over near the old shooters. And I seen his ass. I was like, "What's up, man?" So you was bullshitting with the Niners last 2 years ago, bruh. But it's good to see you, though. I'm glad everything's good with you. I dapped him up, but I let his ass know.
But yeah, like that, you literally got to look at this point right now with all these injuries at D-line. That's how, like you said before earlier, it's the trenches is where you win, and the trenches not looking good. I don't trust our center.
True.
I don't trust the left guard. I don't trust the ends right now. Everybody's hurt already. In the 5th day of fucking practice and training camp, everybody's hurt. So what you think? How we gonna look at 2 weeks?
Last topic, not last topic, but last decision on Max Crosby. This is pretty much the biggest get that we can pick up right now outside of a trade for a younger guy. What do you say on Max Crosby? Do we go after Max Crosby now?
Not me. At this point right now, we always taking a chance on injury-prone motherfuckers. We might as well go after him. He got more upside. Got more fuel in the tank. You might as well try. You might as well look at it and try your hand, because at this point right now, you need a bona fide person that's gonna come in and set the edge. And right now, what you see, you don't see nobody. At this point, they got a D tackle. That's the thing. It's like the caller earlier. He said the caller before me. Man, Parag got all these damn dumbass contracts everywhere. What money we got? Man, we talked the last time. The last time I talked, I told you trade Trent Williams, trade that motherfucker. Nah, you signed him, and did I not tell you they was gonna sign him? They gonna keep him. I knew they was bringing Debo back. Oh, we gotta go back to Debo, because we don't know what our receiver core gonna do. Let me go back to my best friend, Debo. He'll get me out of this. Better go get Max Crosby. Better go get him.
So, look, I love the call. I'm glad that we broke a little bit of news on here. You know, we come in here, we always have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up, bro. It was good calling shit.
I emailed you my phone number. Just give me a call. I'm at the D3 tournament right now. So we in Baltimore right now for a D3 tournament.
Who playing out there right now?
You got, what is it? Rebellion. You got HUH. You got Nick Frampton and Dockside. We lost against what is it, Reapers. So we got to play at
Y'all
6 p.m.
lost?
Yeah, we lost by 6-0. One touchdown.
No. What time?
Uh,
What time it end out there?
probably in about probably 10 o'clock. And then we start back up tomorrow at 7.
I'm about to shoot out there. After this.
Yeah, just if you check the email, I emailed you through 9empire.dmv at gmail.com. So just call me and I'll send you the address and everything.
Yeah, I want to see the babies play. I want to see the boys play. All right.
Oh,
I'll talk to you,
ain't
boy.
babies. It's adults.
I know.
We about to, yeah. Hey, look, if you got
I still want to see him get down.
Yeah, bring some
I'm not
cleats,
bringing
man.
no
He gonna
damn.
play.
I'm not. I'm not bringing shit. I'm not bringing a goddamn thing.
We'll
All
put
right?
you in blocking back, baby.
I'll holler at you, bro.
All right, coach.
All right. You better be glad I love you, man. What's going on? What's going on, man? Speak your piece, man.
First off, greetings and salutations.
Greetings and
number
salutations, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, man. And number 2, well, I'll be seeing you in Atlanta in October because it's going to be a crazy weekend. Niner invasion.
So Atlanta, when is it? Atlanta in October?
October 25th.
That's the thing. You know, I was trying to make Dallas. That's in November.
But Atlanta, because I'm part of like fan clubs here, near in Charlotte, but they got parties and get-togethers from Friday night, Saturday morning, Sunday, post game, everything. So
Atlanta's a hop, skip, and a jump, though. I might come. Yeah, pencil me in, bro. I'm gonna fuck with Atlanta. I love Atlanta.
And one of hotels has like a studio for doing recordings of podcasts. So you could do your own podcast from one of the hotel lobbies in one of their studios as well. Just saying.
Yeah, I ain't worried about setup. Like I'm pretty much mobile. Wherever I go, I can still stream.
Okay.
But yeah, my girl ain't gonna let me go to Atlanta alone though. So it's gonna be my girl. Come on, man. Hey, man. Hey. If y'all acted right down there, maybe brother could go down there. My girl ain't let me go to Atlanta alone.
Come on, man.
All
It's
right.
gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
She already know.
It's good though. But question 1, Pearsall situation. Am I surprised? Hell no.
Okay.
The mistake was drafting him in the first place, but that's in the past. The caller before says something about with the PCL, you have to wait and see. So from that perspective, because I am not a doctor, I bet cool. But surgery now, come back next year and see what it is. Okay. I wasn't optimistic about Pearsall coming into the season because, again, you are what you've done or what we've seen from you. So, all right, next up, you know.
Okay.
So hopefully he comes back. He's had probably the roughest start to anybody's career in NFL history. I mean, from being shot before like training camp and then injuries. So from that perspective, Ricky, go away, surgery, rest up, heal up, come back next year.
TBD.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you can do.
Exactly. So I kept hearing people talking about, oh, he's a great asset, but it's like, is he really? Like, what have we seen? Because he's always hurt and injured, you know. So, hey, Ricky, salute, get well soon, and so forth. Debo, your boy Debo. I am right now with Debo because of what I saw his last 2 years in San Fran. I'm like, okay, next. This whole run it back. I just saw the video of Kittle doing his usual Cabo thing. Oh, my boy's back. A text message like, okay.
He's so lame. He's so cringe. George is so cringe.
He's one of those like always. I mean, and I appreciate glass half full people because I'm that way too. But I'm also a realist. But it's
what it is.
But
it's toxic positivity. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
I can't stand toxic positivity, bro, where it's like, I'm smiling, you should be smiling. I'm excited, you should be excited. And if you're not excited, then what's wrong with you? Because I'm the best guy here. It's just like, shut the fuck up. Like, I cannot stand that shit. It's so obnoxious. Like that's George kills me.
I equate that with the analogy that I use at the workplace with my supervisors in the past. Peeing on my leg, but you saying it's raining. That's what that is. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. And so this whole thing. Now the good thing is we got him on the cheap. I think the contract says up to $5 million with incentives. Okay, cool. The bank isn't broken. He knows coaching here. He knows the system. He knows the area and so forth. So from that perspective, okay, cool. But the concern is, assuming if Kyle's able to coach, and that's whole the conversation, is Kyle going to revert back to his safeguard switch mode? Oh wow, I have Debo. Let's feature Debo. That was a decline that we saw in 2024. I listened to all your live streams on game day. And one of the things that you kept saying that I agree with is like, why are we forcing the ball to Debo's hands? He ain't that guy anymore. This is not 2021. This is not 2022.
Stop forcing him the ball. Yeah.
Exactly. So we lost games. I called you. We talked a lot this year and last year. We lost 3 or 4 games in 2024 because of Kyle's play calling trying to get Debo the ball. So it's like, no. I mean, cool because of injuries and so forth, but big picture, I just don't care. I don't see it.
We were using Debo like the one kid from the inner city school that went to the private school. He's getting all the reps. He's getting all the balls. He's getting the offense. Remember that episode of Fresh Prince with Will and Carlton when Will tried out for the basketball team? And it was like, what do? Pass it to Will. we go left. We go right. The ball gets stolen. We swing it to the rim.
Coach, I can shoot. I don't care. Pass it. Yeah.
Pass it to Will. That's exactly what it was, bro. It just didn't seem like it was imaginative. It didn't seem intuitive. And at times it did. It came off lazy. So yes, everything about the Debo era wasn't awesome, and that's why the question is here. Are you in or are you out on it? How do you feel?
Yeah, his attitude, and also too on the sidebar of Debo, I'm praying that he does not become or keep being his whole like fashion bag. Because some of his outfits before the game, like, bro, like, what are we doing, bro? Like, you're a football player. He was dressing like, what's his name, stylist? Shannon Sharp.
Remember he had the leather kilt? Remember Debo wore the leather kilt? Remember that?
Yeah.
That was a banger. I'll never forget that one.
Man,
the leather kilt was crazy. I was like, you on another level now, dog.
I'm like, I know it's San Francisco, but damn, dude. Like, come on, man.
We got to bring up, you know what? We got to keep going. We got to find some Debo pictures. I remember those.
Yeah, man. Well, you don't have to. I don't want to hate you there. But now, third thing you said, pass come out against Chippy. 5 words. I am with the bullshit. Let's go. It's football season. If somebody gets fighting or heads get cracked, hey, at this point, because of our past couple of off-season past couple years, at this point, hey, you want to fight? Have at it. Let's go. Because like the previous caller, I like the fact that he said that they're showing emotion, they're fighting, they care, and so forth. So from that perspective, hey, let's go. Now, obviously, you don't want anybody to get like broken bones, broken hands, toes, feet, whatever. But for me, honestly, a couple of fights, good or bad, I'll say good. I'll say it's a good thing.
Now look at this shit.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? Now this is just uncalled for.
Oh,
where are you going? You know what I'm saying? He looked like the single auntie who's coming up. You know what I'm saying? You know the single auntie who comes to Thanksgiving? Auntie Ro. What's up, Auntie Sharon? Y'all need something to eat?
I'll do you one better.
He looked like he about to say, I ain't about to be staying here. Who all over there?
Millie Vanilli.
Who all over there?
Millie Vanilli, late 80s. That's how they used to dress. Watch it. Go and do a compare and contrast. Playing on the Rain, that video.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Debo, man, this is like a bad 1980s New Jack Swing. Yo, this is.
Come on, man. I like Play some Guy. Remember Guy in the background?
Yeah, of
I like
The cassette tape. Teddy's Jam.
I like.
Man.
I'm telling you. But that's a part of. We still gonna see that. I'm obviously this is tongue in cheek. Debo, wear whatever you want, but it does speak to the persona, a little bit of the diva side of what we saw out of Debo.
Exactly.
I hope that he's come back with a rejuvenated perspective about the game.
And being in shape and not 230 pounds, 215, 220.
Yeah.
I think
TJ Hushmanzada said it flatly. He said, there you go. He said, as long as I keep you under 215, you could be all right. I thought that was too much. I'm like 210. Shit, 215. 210.
South of 215, 218, bam, go. Anything beyond that, it's like, yo, what Bill Parcells called Roy Williams, biscuit. Hey man, easy.
Hey,
man. Easy.
Now let's get to it. We already have the new topic that came up. Mikhail Kamara is carted off. Cam Sample has a knee. Romello Height was unknown, but it wasn't available. We already know about Michael Williams. He's not practicing as of yet, but he's working his way back. And Nick Bosa is on a pitch count, individual drills only. Right now, as far as the Niners are concerned, we have Keon White, who didn't practice with an adductor issue. We had Samo and KJ Henry, who are the only true DNs left on the team. And we've already bumped out Kevin Givens, who we just acquired to play defensive tackle for us. He seems to be kicked out on playing edge. Not to mention KJ Henry also is overheating at practice. So how do you feel about this? Do we need to go get one of these guys and pick them up? What do we need to do? Or do you want to go big game hunting and go get Max?
No. Max Crosby, if we were a legit contender this year, where it's like, hey, we're all chips all in, Crosby, I bet. But since we are not, even with that guy, we're still like the third place team in our division. So as far as Max Crosby, no. The other page, I would choose between probably Leonard Floyd or either another Bosa. Damn. I would say Floyd or Kyle Vanoy. Or Kyle Vanoy from Pittsburgh. I get that guy.
Okay.
Vet, a legit vet, no drama, no headache, a legit football player. He's going to come and play all games or maybe miss 1 or 2 games because he's up there in age. So I would lean towards Floyd or Bosa. Clowney, to me, Clowney is too much. I put Clowney kind of he's a better version of, what's his name? From DMV, Ohio State, Chase Young.
Chase Young.
He's a slightly better version of Chase Young. Sometimes he plays hard. When he does and the motor's going, it could be a problem. But that's a big if now. It's been that way since day one. So for me, Floyd number 1, Vanoy 2, Bosa a distant third. Because again, 2 Bosas together on this, I don't like that. I mean, I love them, great players, but I think,
Yeah. I feel the same way. The reason why I was out on Joey Bosa is because I thought that if we were going to have him, I thought he would be here by now. Like he really wanted to kind of start the season, but it seems like if he even does want to play, he doesn't want to play the full season. He just want to kind of jump in and play whenever he can. I mean, respectfully, Joey Bosa wasn't that good when he was healthy. For him to just kind of come in and be a plug and play guy, that ain't who you are.
Oh,
I don't see that. He got to start the season. Sorry.
He had a good 2 to 3 year with the Chargers. There was like
that's it.
Rookie, but but he was. You have elite pass rushers. He was second tier. He was the top of the second tier. How about that?
Yeah.
So you have elite pass rushers like Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, so forth. Tier 1. Joey was always tier 2, but at the top of tier 2. He was close to entering that elite thing, but because of injuries or whatever, he never really fulfilled that first round draft pick like his little brother did. So that's why I would say Bosa third place, Floyd first, Vanoy number 2. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Any love for Von Miller? You think
No.
you want to kick the tire? Why not?
Done. I think he's done. I think at Buffalo,
He had 10 sacks last. Yo, Von Miller is getting disrespected, bruh. Why don't you want Von Miller, bro?
I think I'm knees health wise. Okay, you know what? Okay, good point. 10 sacks. Okay. All right. So let's make this again.
Well, he had 9. He had 9, not 10. He had 9.
Okay, still good though. Still good.
Yeah.
So, okay, Floyd 1, Vanoy 2. I would put Von Miller maybe above Bosa 3, and then Bosa 4. Okay.
There you go. I think that's more apt. Yes.
Yeah,
there you go.
I can adjust. I can pivot.
With new information, you are subject to change your opinion. I'm not mad at that.
Of course,
right? Because I think Von Miller giving 9 sacks last year, playing with the Commanders, he had 36 pressures.
Mm-hmm.
Von Miller had 36 pressures last year. We need one of them. I think tier 1, if we're out, will be Jadeveon Clowney. I think the fit would be Leonard Floyd because of Raheem Morris and his time with Raheem Morris and understanding him. I think the lazy pick would be Joey Bosa just because Nick is here and we think that it just automatically would work. And I think that Von Miller is the most realistic pick because the Browns need an edge too. And it's looking like the Browns are going to pick up Jadeveon Clowney. I think the most realistic fit, honestly, is Von Miller because Von Miller is signed for the cheap.
Okay.
And out of all of these people, Joey Bosa still wants to get paid like a regular dude.
Yeah, that's overdone with. He
is on meth.
Yeah. Yeah, the good stuff too.
You on that dog food.
I will say this though, Bosa last year in Buffalo, especially in the playoff games, he looked pretty good. Not elite money, no, but Joey can still be a problem when he's healthy and all in. He's up there as far as a better defensive end. So I will say that in his favor. But yeah, Von Miller, Floyd, Vanoy, either one, I'm good. Clowney, the thing about Clowney is I go back to when he was coming out of South Carolina. Steve Spurrier said, yeah, when he does play, he's pretty good. And that kind of followed him in the NFL with the Houston Texans, everywhere. It's kind of like the talent is there clearly, but it's almost like he can't be consistently what his talent suggests he should be. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's kind of like when he's on and hitting, it'll be a problem. But that's why I said if we do get Clowney, fine. I'm not mad. But I'm not like going big game hunting, like, okay, target, we got to get this guy. If we do on a good price, all right, bet. Otherwise, we move on.
All right, so look, out of what everybody did last year, all right, so let's go. Leonard Floyd, 2025 regular season, okay?
Yeah.
Leonard Floyd, he played 15 games. He had 3.5 sacks, 6 total tackles, 13 assisted tackles with 19 combined tackles and 15 games played. All right. His PFF credited him with an overall defensive grade of 60.1. All right. And he had 36 pass and rush pressures composed of 4 sacks, 9 quarterback hits, and 23 hurries. All right. So that's decent. All right. But doesn't really move the needle. 3.5 sacks. Bleh. All right. Good.
Yeah.
Kyle Van Noy, 2025, 15 games played, 2 sacks, 12 solo tackles, 8 assisted tackles, 20 combined tackles, 1 interception, 63 overall defensive grade, 27 total pressures, all right? And he had a 76.7 run defensive grade, all right? 13th overall among all qualified edge defenders. So the strongest run defender on the edge that we have, right, that we would pick up will be Kyle Van Noy. But we already have that in Michael Williams. So that's a little bit of a wash. All right. Jadeveon Clowney, he I don't even think he played in 2025, did he?
It says on your sheet here.
I'm sorry. I'm tripping. 2025, I am tripping. For the Cowboys. 13 games played, 8.5 sacks, 24 tackles, 17 tackles assisted, 41 combined tackles, 1 forced fumble, and 4 passes defended. 16th best edge defender out of the league out of 119 qualifiers. He achieved 79.2 overall defensive grade and generated 40 total pass rushing pressures. Oh, shit, this ain't even close. Joey Bosa, 17 games played. No, that's Von Miller. Joey Bosa, 15 games played, 5 sacks, 17 tackles, 12 assisted tackles, 29 combined tackles, 5 forced fumbles, led the NFL with 5 forced fumbles, and 2 passes defended. He had 47 total pressures, including 5 sacks, 30 hurries, 12 quarterback hits, and he finished with a 79.3 overall defensive grade. That's not that bad either. So now I'm looking at Joey, Clowney, and
Miller.
That's it. Yeah, and Von, if you want a DPR, because Von Miller's stats are 17 games played, 9 sacks, 16 total solo tackles, 10 assisted tackles, 26 combined tackles. He had 36 overall pass rush pressures. Yeah, and that looks like DPR numbers. So if you want a designated pass rusher, basically a more veteran version of Romello Height, who's going to come in and not really give you anything against the run, not really give you anything on defense, honestly, with 16 solo tackles, that would be Von Miller. If you want somebody that's going to show up day in and day out and play, that's hands down Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney still has a lot of juice left. I mean, 8.5 sacks, 24 solo tackles, 41 combined tackles, 4 passes defended, and a forced fumble. That's a full season.
So it looks like my top 2 choices should be the bottom 2. Should be the bottom 2 choices. Damn. Okay. Let me reassess what I just said then with that new information. Mm-hmm. And thanks again for your hard work, by the way. Salute.
Thank you, man.
My Booby State brother.
All right.
Here's what I'll say. Mm-hmm. Let me flip the script. I will put Von Miller 1 based off of pass rush. Because I think with our D-line, interior, and so forth, I think Von Miller could feast off of that. So we'll put Von Miller 1, Clowney 2.
Okay.
The thing about Bosa is, like his little brother, they have, and to me, it's about not so much off the field, but just how their temperament, passive aggressive, and that whole thing as far as meshing with our overall defense. Now, will it work? Yeah, I think it could work, and so forth. So I still got a thing for Bosa, but I'm gonna lean towards 1-2, Miller, Clowney, alternate switch, and I'll put my first 2 picks in the past, Floyd and Vanoy, in the bottom 4 or 5. So okay.
And absolutely done with Max Crosby. Max Crosby is an absolute no-go.
That price tag. And again, we are not in our NFC conference. You got Rams, Seahawks, Philly, hit or miss. And I think there's one other team that concerns me as far as the NFC. Now, can we compete? Of course. With our system, coaching staff, all things assuming Kyle can coach and so forth. We've beaten all those teams the past couple of years. But the issue is, of course, December, January, and those things. And Max Crosby, and again, the price tag for him, I would love to have him. But also the uncertainty, like why did Baltimore cut that trade midway through?
It was the knee.
It was exactly. And so it was like, how bad is that knee? And the last thing we need is another. We already have enough injured guys as is. So no.
One last wild card.
Let's go.
We already talked about the edges.
Yes.
We need edge. We already talked about the big edge, right? And Max Crosby. There's somebody out there that can still flip the script, man. How do you feel about Vita Vea? Should the Niners go after Vita Vea?
I think Vita Vea financially, I was listening to your show, I think it was you and Tom earlier this week, or it could be you and Grant. We're talking about the price tag as far as what he wants. I think Vita Vea, I think he's younger than Max Crosby. And Vita Vea is a surefire. He's going to play all the game, well, as a full season. Tough against the run, the pass, strong as I don't know what. And I think he can fit in with what we have as far as temperament, how to play the game, pass rush, run, all those things. So if we were to go after Vita Vea, but also keeping him away from them damn Rams, let's go for it.
Yeah, and that's the biggest part about this. You know, we already understand that Vita Vea requested a trade. He wants to come to California. And at first it looked like the Raiders had the inside track because he wanted to go to a West Coast team.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden he wants to go to a winner. Well, we know that that's code for the Rams. Do we play defense on this one and just bring him in just because there's a world where we can't see Vita Vea go to the Rams? And another reason why I believe that the Rams would want Vita Vea, and I know that I got confirmed in some super chats that I'm going to get to later, is that Vita Vea retired early before his contract was over. He's due about $30 million. He's due about $30 million from the Rams.
You mean Aaron Donald?
Aaron Donald. I'm so sorry. Aaron Donald. I said Vita Vea. I'm sorry.
So good.
He's due about $30 million from the Rams. Okay. So when he reinstates, if he signs back on, that's what the Rams already have waiting on them when he gets back. Is that existing deal? So there's a world where the Rams could be looking at this like, dude, we might as well just go and try to get Vita Vea in here. That's essentially, I mean, what is a Vita Vea at 31 versus an Aaron Donald who sat for 2 years?
Yeah.
You know?
If I'm the Rams, which I can't stomach that idea, but if I'm the Rams, you gotta think about too, like Aaron Donald, of course, legend, icon, 3-time player of the year, defensive player, and so forth. I get all of that, but 2 years off is almost asking for him to like have an injury, even though he does. I've seen his workout videos. He's a workout beast still 2 years after being retired. But to me, Vita Vea is more of a sure thing. So if I'm the Rams, I go after him, and so forth. But as far as us, the Niners, I would really look at today, tomorrow, crunching those numbers and see what can we do with the Buccaneers as far as, hey, we want Vita Vea, we want to trade for him. What do you want? A play from us, a draft pick from next year, 2 years from now? And I think we could do something to make that work. So for me, Vita Vea, come on back home, buddy. Because I think his hometown is near Santa Clara or San Francisco.
Is that a fact? You know that?
I think I saw a show this week on another Niner podcast where I think his hometown is like near Santa Clara or San Francisco. Matter of fact, let me hold up. Let me check. Vita.
All right, so I got a little bit while you're waiting. I got a little bit more clarity on this Aaron Donald situation. Okay, so the Donald money isn't sitting there. It's the opposite. Retired contracts don't bake money for you. When Donald retired before his deal expired, that salary came off the books. All right, so it's not necessarily like it's a war chest that's waiting to be spent. If he unretires, the contract reactivates and becomes a new obligation, roughly $30 million against the team with about $18 to $19 million in cap space. So the Rams have about 18 to 19 in cap space. So Donald isn't the reason that I don't think Aaron Donald is the reason why they can't sign Vita Vea.
Okay.
They have to hold room for a decision for Aaron Donald. Right, the 2026. So the numbers on Vita Vea is 2026 cap hit is $22.19 million, which is the 8th highest among all interior defensive linemen. His base salary is $17 million per, but none of it is guaranteed though. So the acquiring team takes on $18 million the final year with no guarantees. Tampa would then have to eat $4 million in dead cap in 2026 and about $2.2 million in 2027. So the valuation would be about $20 million. So really, Vita Vea is asking for about 2 years, $55 million, about $27 million a year.
Okay.
So the math is brutal. The Rams have about $19 million in cap space. Vita Vea's hit alone is 22.19. So they can't absorb him without restructuring him. And that's before they even bring on Aaron Donald, who we already know has that other contract waiting on him. So I think that they already spent it. They gave up 10 picks to acquire 3 players, Myles Garrett, Trent McDuffie, and CJ Daniels. So they've got no capital. They've got no cap. And I think they're dead last in the NFL as far as the NFL in talent under 25 precisely because of it. So right now, even if they go and get Vita Vea, that would almost exacerbate their situation, not help them. So, Vita Vea is he's an asset, but I think I just convinced just by looking at the numbers, I think I convinced myself that the Rams ain't checking for Vita Vea. They can't afford him.
Yeah. And he's from Milpitas, California. Milpitas is a city in Santa Clara County located at the southern end of San Francisco near Silicon Valley. So, yeah, he's from hometown.
Man, Vita Vea might come to the Bay, bruh.
Hey, listen, and he might even give us not a discount, but you get what I'm saying, to come back home, his childhood home, catch the trolley to the game. I mean, shoot, man, come on, man. If we get him, now that can be a game changer for us and put us in real contention, do some things. But, Vita
Vea would be huge. So look, let's do a little bit more digging because, all right, we got the Rams out of the way. He could go to the Chargers. The Chargers, they got Mike McDaniel. You know what I'm saying? They got Justin Herbert. They got Jim Harbaugh.
He said
they wear blue and white. I don't know what that means, but I just felt like adding another point. They got something.
Is he a game member? No. The Chargers are not, to me, it's like, if I'm Vita Vea, he wants to go to a contender. The Chargers are not, to me, look at their division. The Chiefs and the Broncos. The Broncos are going to be a problem this year because they got Waddle from the Dolphins, the wide receiver. So if I'm Vita Vea, a contender, if anything, if I want to go west, I would choose either us or he can't go to Seattle because I don't think Seattle has a space for him in the Seahawks. But it's got to be either us or the Raiders.
Okay.
Or what?
So,
Arizona? No.
All right. So let's go with the Raiders. I'll go with the Chargers last then. So let's go with the Raiders. The Vita Vea case with the Raiders, they've got about $14 million in cap space. Mm-hmm. So right off rip, they can't afford Vita Vea, whose cap hit is about 22.19. The connection is real though. All right. So Spytek is a longtime Bucks exec, so we do know that. He helped draft Vita Vea in 2018. That's a real thing. All right. I also think that Vita Vea matched with Max Crosby. That's a legitimately scary front. So the fit is kind of there. All right. Mm-hmm. Now, the logic breaks down in 2 ways. They spent on 2 young free agents, Quay Walker and Eric Stokes, and they tried to trade Max Crosby this offseason. So, in my opinion, you don't shop your best pass rusher and then turn right around and then spend draft capital on a 31-year-old at a different position. They were ready to get rid of Max freaking Crosby. So for me, that shows that they're on a youth movement. I don't understand why they would go get Vita Vea. Then there's the price. The comp is set, right? So you look at it. The Giants got a first-round pick for Dexter Lawrence. Vea's older, so Tampa likely lands somewhere around a second or a third plus on day 3 pick. So we already know that he's valued at $28 million. I just don't think that they can afford him. Now, the Chargers, to be honest with you, is the cleanest fit, which is exactly why we should care. They've got $40 million in cap space. Okay.
Oh wow.
Dead last in interior pressure. So there's a need. And a scheme built around exactly what Vita Vea does. They can outbid everybody, and it makes total football sense. Meanwhile, the argument for us is that he's a two-capper and a penetration scheme. I think that for the Chargers, the biggest thing for them is that they had 41 interior pressures in 2025, dead last. Mm-hmm. So both of us are dealing with being bottom in the barrel or going to go get the quarterback in certain areas of the game.
Okay.
So I think that the dark horse for us is the Chargers. The Rams can't afford them. The Rams can't afford them because they got Aaron Donald issues.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders can't afford them, period. And they already showed their hand with trying to get rid of Max Crosby. Why would they go get Vita Vea? They're not a player. They're not a Vita Vea away, right? Okay. They're not a player away. Yeah. I don't know why they would pick that up. I think it's the Chargers. It's either us or the Chargers.
Your breakdown is exquisite, and I agree. But the issue is that caveat that he said he wants to go to a contender. The Chargers.
You don't think the Chargers are contenders?
No. To me,
they went to the playoffs last year
and lost. To me, in that AFC West, they are the third best team. The Broncos, I think they're going to be hell this year because how they lost in the playoffs last year without the quarterback. The Broncos, I'm buying stock. The Chiefs, they're going to come back hungry. I'm hearing good things about that wide receiver that was always in trouble this year, the past couple of years. Mahomes
Rice.
Practice. Yeah, so I think it's going to be between the Broncos, first place, but then second place, Chiefs, Chargers. It's going to be a toss-up, and I'm picking Andy Reid over Harbaugh every day. And Herbert has not won a playoff game yet. He's been 5-6 years and nothing. So yeah, until I see it, no. The Chargers, nah.
I'll give you that, man. Hey,
I'll give you that.
Today was a good one, man. Thank you so much for the calls. Thank you for the insights, brother. Hey
man, Bowie State at Fayetteville State Halloween at 1:00 p.m.
It's up here?
No, it's gonna be in Fayetteville. But the issue is my other alma mater, Norfolk State, they're playing Delaware State at the Link in Philly that same day. So I'm gonna be watching my grad school alma mater, Norfolk State, probably. So that October's gonna be crazy. Got homecoming October 10th, and then the Niners game in Atlanta the 25th, Halloween in Philly, Norfolk State, Delaware State. So
I said they are contenders. What's my man talking about? I'm listening to you.
Okay, yeah. So October's going to be crazy, but please consider Atlanta, bro. It's going to be a vibe down there. It's going to be crazy.
I am a Route 95-ologist. Okay,
hey.
They call me Turnpike Ike. If it's on 95, I'm a hop, skip, and a jump away, dog. You know how it is. 95 ain't nothing but just straight shot from Miami all the way up to Maine. So we good to go.
I live off of 85, so I'm on 85 because I teach in Clemson area. So I live literally right off 85 South, 2-hour drive for me, 1 hour to Charlotte, 2 hours to Atlanta. So yeah, man, my boys coming down, hotels booked, party invitations already set for all throughout downtown Atlanta. The cigar lounges, it's going to be a whole vibe the whole weekend in ATL, man.
Hey, man, I'm going to bring down some stogies too, man. I got me some Polio and Yagas I want you to get, man. Got some Lusitanias for you too.
Hey, so baseball-wise, I'm a baseball fan, Braves. Inside Battery Park, they have a Rocky Patel-sponsored cigar lounge. And they have, and I tried one my birthday back in April, opening weekend, Rocky Patel Reserve. Smooth, cocoa, chocolatey smooth, good drag. Bro, if you do come down, I got one for you. And also, Cam Newton Cigar Lounge, elite, dope spot. I went there as well, my little cigar tour.
He got a spot
upstairs, downstairs, the decor, the scenery. ATL has some dope ass cigar lounges too, man. Just saying.
Hey man, I got something for you. Hold on. You want to see some cigars, bro?
Let's go.
We got some cigars, man. I got some sticks for you. I'm gonna show you some sticks, man. Hold on.
Give me 5 seconds. Hold up.
All right. We got some sticks, man. We're gonna close this out. We at the end of the Coaches Huddle shows, we like to chill for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Throw some pop culture. I haven't been grilling lately, so there's nothing on the grill lately. But I will tell you, man, he's speaking my language when you talk about them sticks, man. Cause Coach loves to smoke a good cigar.
This is that Rocky Patel aged. Only sold in the stores down there in that cigar lounge.
Okay. Okay.
And I am a big fan of Olivas too.
You like Olivas?
Series. Oh, yeah, it's my number one.
Okay.
Olivas. And I got these from Cigar Bid. It's Alec Bradley. Do you remember as a kid the movies, The Raisinets? This one has a chocolate dried raisin, chocolate aftertaste when you pull the drag. Alec Bradley. Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh, we got you. We got you, man. Here. So hold on. About to share this instead. Hold on. Put this down. The case would be the best. So we got some cigars, man. Bro. We got some Cohibas. We got some series number D's, some Partagas. We got some Polar and Yagas right here. We got some Siglo 10s, some Monte Cristos right here. Some more Series D's, man. This your boy. This way back in the day. This old Coach.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We got some Maduro 5s, some Cohiba Maduro 5s. This old Coach, man. This like way back in the day.
Hey, I've been really big on the past two. Oh, I was in Virginia last weekend, and my boy, one of my partners got me this one. A Colonel Taylor's. He was like, Frank, this is going to be a good one. I was like, really? I've had the bottle of whiskey, the E-Tailors. He was like, it's a good one. So I was like, okay, all right. But the past 2 years, I've really been big on the sun-grown wrappers. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hell yeah. Hey, bro. Things. This was a great one, man. Thank you so much for calling in, brother. Call back, man. Hey, email me because Atlanta and Fayetteville, I can do. Hit me up.
Okay, when I email you, my name is Frank, by the way, Frank. So when I email you, I'll put my name in my real name, not the Fayetteville State. I'll put the real caption in there as well.
Yeah, I got you, brother. We'll talk.
Deuce.
My dog. Hey, man, this was a great one. My girl trying to sweat me out. I know she better turn this AC on. Goodness. My girl loves the heat, man. So look, this is the Coach with another one. Tonight, I will probably be on again with Larry to do a day 5 camp recap. That's going to be a really big one, especially for us to talk about what we're going to do with some of these edges. Today was an amazing show. I want to thank all of the callers who got a chance to chime in. Also, guys, for those of you who are trying to get a link to get into the call-in show, I try to pull up the link after having it into the chat for at least an hour. Once I pull up the link, I can't be here for 3.5 hours, guys. Then it turns into a watch party. You see me already. So look, guys, this was a great one. We're gonna have no camp tomorrow, so we're gonna have a day off. Then we'll be able to get right back at it on Monday. See exactly how things bear out. This is the Coach signing off. Stay low and keep your feet moving.